Welcome, sports fans. Welcome back to another live. I'm your host, Joe Meyer,
I'm Rush.
and this is That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting, and riveting sports topics, discussions, and debates on the internet.
Yes, but before we get into today's live, I know you guys saw the thumbnail, I know you guys saw the title. I'm not excited for see the little reasoning, for see what we're going to talk about whisper today.
I don't know, little reasoning, bro.
This is a big reasoning.
What is the problem?
You have a point, you know.
Start strong,
So people, me know I'm excited for see what we're going to talk about today. And the points we're going to make. We're not really holding them out. We're not holding them out today. We're going to talk. You see me? So before we get into that, like the video. Leave a comment under the video and subscribe to this channel.
I'm gonna fix my shirt now, bro. I'm fix my shirt now, man.
Dating. I'm not fighting out, Bridget. Dating. Hold on now. I'll bring up the people them see what we're talking about today. You see me? So you feeling, my brother?
I'm Bridget. I'm fix my shirt at work.
So I can't reason. Can't reason with the dogs.
I work.
Oh God, man.
Fix up my shirt.
Yes, yeah, dude.
Bro, you know, so we're there fresh out for the Champions Cup semi-final. I will do some work, as usual. You get me? So we have the ups and we have the downs, and we enjoy 2 games.
Yeah.
You know, some people who were supposed to be objective journalists, them get to them funnies. You get me? As I'm start cheering for your team, but I'm not call out my friend, because watching the people when I really sell out like that. So,
who that?
even if my friend did it, and him not do the objective thing, and him kind of biased and they cheer for your school for win, we're not going to really say call him out like that. You know them way the people call, yeah, I'm original, so I'm rating, but we did it and we had some work. You get me? And we watch some ball game, you know, and what if things stop?
You know, the Champions Cup, when I say it's a really good competition. Like, I don't see a flop Champions Cup game in. You know, even from the first time we go Sabina, the Central and KC game, whatever. Still see some goals, which Pokemon are at it up. The first game with Mona and CC, crazy game. You know, the semi-finals yesterday, crazy games. JC and Stats went all the way to penalties. And the KC and CC game, super game. You see me? So I'm really excited with what we've seen so far from Schoolboy football, man. It's a really, really good season. What do you feel about the season?
Bro, as I said, you know, this Schoolboy football season has been very intense. It's been very good. And I think the quality of football is way better than we saw last year. And I think in many seasons past, you know, and bro, this season will birth some of Jamaica's future superstars.
You think so?
I know.
I'll make you say that. Because we see Schoolboy season where we have some, you know, some top performers, some Makis for KC where I scored 20 at goal in a group stage, and we see the whole of them, bro. We see the Scarrows and them in the JPL now. So what you expect from them, money, and why you expect this from them?
First of all, I think these kids are better technically, bro. Like Sako and Satchel. Like I see the comparison to, you know, a Tariq McGee or a Kahim Paris. More technical players rather than, like as I said, Mackison, who is a more, you know, he was just a more mature player and a bigger player, and that's why he dominated the Manning Cup. But you see a player like Paris and Maggie who dominated more because of their skill and their technical ability, and that's the type of footballers that we've seen come to the fore this season. You know, the likes of Denzel Washington, McKenzie, and Samuel Shakes, you know, Sakon Satchel, as I just mentioned. You know, those are the type of players. Kevin Wilson, those are the type of players that have been outstanding this season, man. I think this might be the Manning Cup to birth the creative midfield role. That's a deficit that Jamaica has had for years.
Midfield,
you know, since the likes of Jeremy and Hugh, you know, there's not been another midfield. We have one right now, one Ravel.
Yeah.
But since Germany, there's not been a creative midfielder that has come from the Jamaican system that you can say, yo, can carry that mantle. And I believe that's something that we were truly lacking in that department. And this Manning Cup season is where the renaissance of the attacking midfielder, bro, is going to come from. Yeah. You know, the likes of Kevin Wilson, the likes of Denzel Washington, McKenzie, you know, Shaquan Satchel, he's very versatile. He can play in that position too. Marcon Aldridge, you know, he's been played higher up the field or closer towards the goal than he's used to, but we know the type of player he is. And, bro, these are players for the future. This Manning Cup season, 2022, the one that That Sports TV comprehensively covered from pre-season till the very, very bitter or sweet end, depending on who you like. For some KC fans, it's a bitter end. But you get me, for most people, and not for most people, but for some people, it'll be a sweet end. This is the Manning Cup that will breed stars, bro.
All right, people, let us know in the comment section. What do you think? You think this is the best Schoolboy football season and Manning Cup season that we've ever seen? You think these guys now are better than the ones that we had in past years? What do you think? But you're obviously here today to talk about the man at the moment. talk about the player that we think is the best in schoolboy football right now. And even more than that, we're getting at
Yeah. I would say, whisper the main event to the future, and after a performance like last night, he fully well deserves to be, propped up and spoken about. However, we're going to spend some time with him today. You get me? So we're going to interact with him. We're going to have many, many different discussions about the schoolboy football season and everything within its periphery.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to discuss, and without further ado, let's get right into it.
Let's talk about Whisper for a second. What do you think is this kid's best attribute? I've been thinking about it, bro. It's a good question.
It's an amazing question.
What is his best attribute? And what is his best position?
Probably a better question than asking him if he's the best schoolboy football player.
Yeah, for sure. People might beat a little bit. But yeah, bro, what's his best attribute? Is it his kicking technique? Is it his athleticism? What is it? Is it his instinct, his goal scoring instinct?
Bro,
what is it?
Bro,
I don't know.
You asked that question. All right, let me start out by saying.
And people answer this in the comments.
Let me start out by saying he can be better in the air. Mm-hmm. So let's say he's 6'2", but his best quality is not getting not bucking the ball. That's not his best quality, right? Yeah. I think that's where he can improve upon. I think he's tall. He should be scoring a lot more headers. He scored 3 headers today. Now, bro, I was speaking to his father, and his father was telling me the analytical breakdown of his goals. Mm-hmm. He scored, I think it's 10 with his right foot, 3 with his head, and 16 with his left foot. So that was the analytical. People heard that. That's Whisper's goal scoring.
Tell them again.
Yeah, this season he scored 10 goals with his right foot, 3 goals with his head, and 16 goals with his left foot. Bring it to a grand total of 29 goals on the season.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And I definitely believe that he possesses the physical.
We'll see it. Go on, finish, man. We're going to adjust the comments in our view. We'll see it.
Yeah, I definitely think that physically, the one thing that he can definitely improve on is the ability to be more dominant in the air and score. So I start out by saying that, because answering the question that you asked, what is the best quality?
It's hard,
That's such a hard question.
I was thinking about it all day, because we're planning the show. I was going to do a really good live today. Obviously, I hope you guys had the production. Mm-hmm. I said, what's that question? A thought-provoking question that we can ask the people. What's his best attribute, bro? I feel like my best attribute is killer instinct.
Yeah.
He's a killer, bro, and he don't shy away from the moment. And the biggest stage, this is when Whisper shines. I think that killer instinct is what is his best attribute.
And like them or not, I think, I was speaking to his father, and his father said that was bred in him by having to experience some rough things. You get me? I say he never have it easy, he never have it perfect. So because he have to endure adversity, that's what would have bred that killer instinct in him. I also believe that it can be attributed to the fact that he goes to Kingston College.
Yeah.
I think being a KC student in and of itself breeds that attitude just generally. I think Kingston College athletes tend to possess that dog in them, that killer instinct. But he would have had that before. He's a killer before that. Apparently, you talk to Mr. Richards, this man has been scoring goals from a kid. And we know this. We have the Casafa under 13 record. So he's been doing this before, Casey. And I think sometimes it's genetic. Mm-hmm. And, I don't think that's his best attribute. Though.
And to be fair,
I think he's a killer, but I don't think it's his best attribute.
Talk to me, man. I don't even know what's the right answer. I'm just thinking about it and coming up with things on the spot. And to be fair, his father is not a shy person. His father, is a dominant figure. Mm-hmm. It's someone that you're going to respect. It's someone that he speaks. He's assured when he speaks. He knows what he wants to say. So maybe, as I said, maybe it's genetic. Maybe it's something that was developed in him.
Mr. Richards is a type A personality, a person that carries himself respectfully. He's a respectful man. However, he's not one to take bullshit. Like, that's clear. You get me? I say so. That could be instilled in the kid, and that's why the kid is who he is. Somebody said his finishing ability, bro.
And he's
clinical.
Yeah, he's clinical. Like, see, in that same comment, his pace, his power, his finish.
Yeah, we can't find one. But he's so clinical because when he hits the ball, when he's scoring goal, then you see where the ball hits most of the time? The side of the net. Mm-hmm. Just think about it. When he's scoring goals, he scored 4 goals.
I'm going to show them soon.
And beside on the one that he put between the keeper's leg with his toe. The other 3, were on the side of the net. The first one was from 25, ridiculous. The second one, the third one, he rolled it to the side of the keeper, bottom, right beside the post. The fourth one was the right foot in the corner, bottom, right beside the post. Just his ability to get the ball in the exact area that the ball needs to go to. So we see Stu to talk about his finishing ability and his clinical nature. Top left, or close to the top left.
Yeah.
Second one, bottom right. No, second one, between the keeper's legs. Third one, bottom right. Fourth one, bottom left.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Every single one of them except the one who he put between the keeper leg, touch the side of the net.
And even the one that he put between the keeper's legs, that's exactly what he wanted to do.
That's the point.
Obviously, his last touch was a bit heavy, so he realized that, hey, I can't go the side of my foot. No, I can't open up with the dribbling. I have to touch you. You know, and I feel like that's exactly what he wanted to do after he realized, say, yo, it's not as comfortable as I want it to be. And he can change from the swivel, and I love that. First, people. Yeah, we have 36 people in the live. It's a grow, and obviously the number will go. But I want to see the people that like up the stream right now. And if you haven't subscribed to this or that Sports TV already, where the red button there? You think it there?
Bro,
even though
I don't know if the button red no more.
What you say? YouTube thing, huh?
1 second, bro.
People, like the video, subscribe, and talk to us in the comment section, because that's what we're here for. That's why we're trying to do more lives, because we want to talk to them, we want interaction. But yeah, what is Dujuan Whisper Richard's best attribute as a footballer? We want to know. We're also going to talk about how good is this kid. We're going to match him up against some of the best schoolboy footballers. We're going to say what is his best move.
No red no more, bro.
But white.
Yeah, man, you.
People hit the white button. Isn't it?
The button on YouTube isn't red anymore, fam.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You can't change that.
What YouTube do?
You sure in it? No.
Bro, the button is not. Check it on your phone now.
I'm gonna check.
People, is the button white or is the button red?
I'm gonna check.
Click on somebody where you not subscribe to.
Yeah.
So much people are subscribed to that. Everybody with the button.
Then where's supposed to see on my recommend page?
No, but look on my recommend page because easily we could find somebody who want to subscribe to.
Can't find them.
Everybody just subscribe to sir.
I'm gonna subscribe to this.
A portion of today's.
You subscribe to it. Bro, the man just there subscribe to everybody still. One thing about Rush still him give strength still no.
Yeah, man, give only pass strength out there, man.
Good something that still.
Yo, here we go on now. You can't find I'm gonna subscribe to you, see me? But yeah, people, hit whatever the subscribe button is. Hit it and subscribe to this side of Sports TV. I'm gonna read you some comments real quick. I'm messing up some people. Nova Witter. Say hello to you. Big up yourself. Hope you're having a good Sunday night. Hope the Sunday dinner was, nice and warm.
Why you get weird?
Huh?
Why you get weird?
No, that's not weird. And
why you intruding on the man family business?
Oh, that's a man.
Business. Our man, our woman.
Oh, you know that. Why you? What I'm to you, brother?
My apologies.
Yeah, I'll offend the man. Our woman. All right. So the King Whisper said he will not answer that question. Yeah, Joe Mar asked him who's the best. If he's the best schoolboy. I say I'm not gonna answer, but
please know that I believe he's the best.
Yeah, for sure. One email, big up yourself. Blessings, people. As in the forward, like
it,
share.
Yeah. People, Emil Smith are the man behind the camera. The man will make everything happen. I think they're in front of the camera too. Yeah. Check out Manning Cup versus the Costa Cup video.
Yeah.
Go and go look feed.
And more to come.
Porter versus Dujuan Richards. Not a competition.
I don't think so. but we're going to get there. Riches and royalty, big up to yourself, G. I'll answer that for you. He's Messi, Ronaldo, Hurricane, Liam Bailey in one. Make him Dujuan Richards.
That is it.
My God. And so what I mean by him pardon the confidence or that, this man knows what he wants to say.
Which is why I'm asking you, is Dujuan Richards the best schoolboy footballer ever? Because his father not afraid to say it, me not afraid to say it. And I don't think he's afraid to say it, but because the humble kid, because of the humility he possesses, which is another good quality, him just say, I will not answer this question. He couldn't go wrong either way. The only way he could have gone wrong is him say no.
Right. All right. So Kevin Williams, the whispering death, big up Craig Butler. Yeah, and that's something to talk about. Craig Butler players. I know he plays a role in his football development at this point, and the players that are at Phoenix, man. Their mental strength is definitely something to speak about. They don't have weak guys there. They don't have guys that lack that X factor. So yeah, I hear you. The whispering death. You think that will be his Monica?
Monica is whisperer. One add to the man thing, version.
You know, think about. You know, feel it. Anyways, Andre Nicholson is
And it's the
pace.
whispering death down the left wing. He got in and he scores the cross.
Hey.
Shamar Nicholson.
And I think that
What a goal.
that Oliver last night said the whispering wonder.
Whispering.
I like that one. Yeah, so it's finishing ability along with his pace and power. Fine, now fight that. This youth needs to be in Europe.
We're
We're
going
going to talk about what's next for Dujuan Richards. In this live, we're going to speak about it and what we think will be next. So people stay tuned for that. Karomi Hugh, big up a passing through. Pound for pound, he shows why he's the best player this season. This player needs to be in the national team straight.
Bro, you know who's been saying that from last year in November?
Yeah, I'm glad someone just jump on the
Yeah. People, if you go back, like 1 year to the date, you know, we've only started our journey about 1 year. So you know, we are moved from the infant stage, touching our toddler stage. Big up infant and toddler for now. and you get me, I say, and we've been pushing this message from 200 subscribers.
From see, we see the youth are just different gravy. Different. So you have other players that are just different gravy too, but this one is the best of them. I'll have to speak about it. You see? Also from Karomi, no local Premier League player plays at this level. Bro, I agree with him. I agree with him. You know why? We see the best of the best. We see the Daniel Green. We see the Atafara Bygrave. We see the Richard.
We see what Zimini is doing in a Premier League.
We see what Zimini is doing in a Premier League.
And him did play well.
We'll see what Pearson do when him come and get him couple games in that Premier League. And I think Whisper could do just that and more. So I think so. And those are the ones that got national call-up, by the way. So I would assume that the best ones are going to get national call-up, right? I'm going to think Whisper just as good, if not better than all of them. So I agree with the comment. I don't think that's a crazy take. A lot of people will beat it for a take like that, but I honestly don't think so. See, I'm going to say, I agree with you. Another one from Karumi, he's a monster of a player. So we have a Kyle Knows. Whisper is Jamaica's future, the best striker in Jamaica schoolboy history. He turned 17 2 weeks ago, and that's the crazy part. First of all, he born after September, so that would mean him have 2 more seasons at the Manning Cup. I don't think he'll play 2 more, but in his first season of the Manning Cup, the man scored almost 30 goals and have probably close to 20 assists. Not probably, he have close to 20 assists. That's ridiculous. You see me? So I agree with you. He's the best. Now, I'm not going to say striker. I think he's the best player. You know, obviously people are going to argue that, but I honestly think he's the best player. Email, I tell him to subscribe again. Subscribe but the white like snow. I like.
Can you dog it white, bro?
Email, you're going like your bars, so youth. You're going like your bars.
Email, a big artist, no people. Go and check out the YouTube page.
Email, drop your Vivo in the thing, or drop your YouTube channel. I'm not shade the man, Bridging.
One team, one dream.
Yeah.
Man, like,
Amen. We should have freestyle with people. You know what I mean? Anyways, carry on with you. You remind me of Alphonso Davis for Canada. Whisper, fearless, ruthless, and honest. What do you think about that team?
I think they're a bit different players. Mm-hmm. You know, but what Alphonso Davis is for Canada is definitely what Dujuan is for Kingston College. Definitely what he could have been for Jamaica at the youth level. Mm-hmm. So I can agree with him. You know, Alphonso Davis is 20 years old and he's the best left back in the world. One of, if not the best left back in the world. You know, so I think for Whisper to get to that level in 2 years, it's going to take a lot of work. Now put it past him, you know, but Alphonso Davis is an enigma. Different type of player.
Yeah. But I see where he's going with it. Yeah. Man, make the keeper them look like them can't even keep a secret.
Bro, I'm saying. But to be honest, that's not true.
Bro.
He make the keeper them look big. Because Jaime Williams make him name off a Whisper. Gavin Mesa make him name off a Whisper. So only for them like a keeper, only for them like a keeper, make them name off a Whisper. So them make them look bad. Because the goal them score on the CC keeper. Where the CC keeper go to them?
What stop it?
I remember saying me a big keeper and I probably couldn't save them.
What is that? People, he might kick the ball good. You see me, and he's very clinical. So boy, but I think if Whisper kick the ball, we want to kick the ball, they can't save it.
It's not an indictment on the goal.
No, I go save it. So but even to beat the keeper, him number one guy there again, normal prayer, right? What Karami you say? Porter play at schoolboy level and Dujuan. Oh, Porter.
Yeah, Porter. That was the comparison. That was, and we agree with that. But we just have to check out email video.
Yeah. This Marcelo, he's the greatest in my eyes. Better numbers than Flemo in one season.
Yeah, bro.
In his first season.
And Junior Fleming play like 6 seasons of Manning Cup, bro. And Dujuan Richards still have 2 more left. And Dujuan Richards, because his father now try push him too hard, you get me? I say he could have been pushed if he wanted to, but sorry about that. Him know say, yo, this you good enough. You get me as me go on first time, I'm go on home him talent. Let him lose for the first season of Manning Cup. Simply because him there, COVID, you get me as some. It was basically COVID, so they end up come home and then he might become 18 now, so father kind of want keep him close before him let him go into the world again. You get me? I say? So him end up home, let him go on Manning Cup one season.
And you know
for sure, where him good for.
You know, I'm glad about that. Him father there or what? So I'm gonna make a point. I said to you the other day about him playing in the JPL.
Yeah.
What I'm glad about is that Whisper playing in the Manning Cup. What a lot of people were saying last year is that them not know, them not see him, them not know. They just hear about this guy score a bag of goal at England and Brookhouse. But they hear about him being the next Phoenix star. But them not see him. Them not see him now. Them not see him play above the Manning Cup level. Mm-hmm. He's playing in the Manning Cup, but his level is above the Manning Cup level, which means that he's probably at the JPL level. He could definitely stand out in the JPL.
Probably at the JPL.
He's at the JPL level and could stand out in the JPL.
Because that Clarendon College team.
This is a JPL team.
It's a JPL team.
Yes,
a lot of these players are elite players on their JPL team. Mm-hmm. This Clarendon College team. You know, we talk about Georges. You know, we talk about Jamaica College.
Yeah.
They possess players who are playing at the highest level, who are starting on their Jamaica Premier League team. So, if Dujuan is the best of that bunch, he clearly showed that on a team of Clarendon College players who were far superior to his teammates, and he was far superior to everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, what are the chances? I'm not sure if Liam Bell was in the park yesterday, but there's a chance that of the 5,000 people that were in National Stadium yesterday, Dujuan is probably the best player in the whole building.
Yeah. There's a high chance. And I think he'll be the best player in most rooms when going in Jamaica. That's just safe to say. Get him in the national team now. We're going to talk about Dujuan Richards getting a national call-up. We're going to talk about it and we'll think about that. So currently we did not talk up his hype, his actions, and the pitch speaks for him. That's true. But to be fair, he make no say I can do this. He tell you before him do it. Like him tell you say I can score 7 goals. Him say I play at 50% and then we see him take it up a level. So him walk the line of humility and confidence. Him walk the line of perfect for me. He's not overbearing with it. Trey Kun said, I hope they could pick an all-star team versus CC.
Yeah, but all Manning first, all the Costa Cup, that's basically what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a collection of 10 kind of college players, then probably 2 or 3 Manning's players, a Manchester player, Central player. That's how the Costa Cup team is going to look. So we'll see the Clarendon College versus the Manning Cup All Stars. You'll see it. This are that sports TV will cover it. Or if them carry the match, they go to Florida.
Yeah.
The all Manning versus all the Costa Cup game.
Yeah.
And that's apparently going to be played in the winter. I will definitely cover that match, bro. For sure. All Manning versus all the Costa Cup.
All right. So before we take some more comments, we'll have another discussion. After the discussion, then we'll get back to the comments. Team, we have 65 people. I'm going to show the likes there. Emil, talk to the people in the comment section, Daddy.
See, Mr. Richards addressed your nickname comment. Read it. He called the Whispering Wonder, name given to him in Belgium, Black Holland in England, legend in France, magician by Donald Oliver in Jamaica. Craig called him machine.
Yeah. Boy, all of them sound like some really good names to me. When I see one flopping at that time, no.
People tell me one thing about the cinematic reading. I work on it. You get me?
As I said, bro, we're going to read a little bit and then get back to the comments.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how good Whisper is against some players that we've seen in the Manning Cup before. You know, and it's a debate going around, and then we're going to talk about if this is the best individual performance we've seen in the Manning Cup. Obviously, we're not as old as some people watching. Some people, let us know.
Why you call the people them old, Bridget?
Some of them old.
Always are coming. Insult the people them watch.
Listen, and if you're old, be proud about you being old. You're old. I'm young. It's fine.
You think you're young?
Eh?
You think you're young?
Me a young green boy, man.
You're right.
But for real, people, we have older people in the chat. So talk to us. Obviously, we are young, but we are just 20. You see me?
You young Bridget. I'm a veteran of this.
Can be a young veteran.
Let's start.
You see, me even a fight. I believe fire back at the veteran game now. Me I say I'm a veteran, but you can be a young veteran. Me not fight you. Anyways, so let us know in the comment section. Is this the best individual performance you've seen from a schoolboy? Let's talk about how good is this kid and who are some of the best schoolboy footballers you've seen that have passed through the Manning Cup. Obviously,
the first one that comes to mind is Junior Fleming, who I think is the greatest schoolboy footballer of all time. In my opinion, people, obviously, I've heard about Ricardo Gardner playing an outstanding season, getting a national call-up, getting his shot at English football. You know, first in the championship level and then in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
But the body of work that we've heard about from Junior Fleming, where he's been doing this for 14 years. We've been hearing about Junior Fleming. I think he's captain JC for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
We've been hearing about the work that he's been doing in the Manning Cup for a long time. And when he was a senior, when he was in sixth form for both years, he was just outstanding. And he scored a lot of goals and he got a lot of assists. So Junior Fleming, I think, has the greatest body of work. From what I can obviously redeem, you know, from what I can recall, from what I know. Obviously, the ISA database is not necessarily very good.
Yes.
So we can't go back and track stats all the way back to the 1970s. But what I do know is what Junior Fleming has done in his Manning Cup career, simply spectacular.
Yeah, and think about it. Junior Fleming scored around 25 goals in his senior season. Around 25. Whisper is at 29. Played most of the season at 16 years old. First season. If he continue, like, I don't think he should continue because obviously he's above the level. So you go and you get the move where you go play at a higher level. It's fine. You don't need to do this again. You prove yourself already. You're better than the Manning Cup. To be fair, Junior Fleming probably could have done that. Not at this level. He wasn't performing at this level. He wasn't this good. But
at any time, not even
in his final season, I feel like he was above the Manning Cup. You know, he was
he was above the Manning Cup. Same thing with the youth.
Yeah. So obviously, no. I think he could have made the move probably 6 months earlier. But I feel like this kid can make the move 2 years. 2 years. You know, before Junior Fleming could have made the move. You know, and scoring 25 goals in a senior season versus 29 already in a first season alone speaks to the quality that this kid has. In you know, along with the fact that he's a killer, so he's gonna score up on the biggest moment. He drives, you know, and adversity. You know, we see him pulling KC in the semi-finals against Stats and literally trying to carry them on his back. In the Champions Cup semi-final, we see the kid just take KC, put them on the back and ride them and carry them all the way to the final. So I feel like honestly, this kid is the best schoolboy footballer I've seen. Definitely in the Manning Cup and what I have seen. People, if you see somebody who are better, tell me. Because I feel like technically him can match up to the best of them. I feel like technically him can match up to the Junior Fleming and he's better. I think him can match up to the Scarrow. You know, the Ocean Jenkins obviously a defender, but I think him can match up to them, bro. I think him better than them. On the conversion side of it, him convert with the best of them. He's probably the best converter. At one point in the game yesterday, him have a 100% conversion rate. I think when he scored his 4th goal, that was his 4th shot. You know, obviously KC never get only a chance outside of that, but the youth conversion rate crazy. So if you think we have a better player that passed through the Manning Cup, let us know. You see me? What the comments I say? Make read through some comments real quick.
Apparently, Mr. Richards I say whisper broke 3 keeper and
3 keeper and
you know I believe if I play against 15-year-old.
Is that you can kick the ball still?
If I play against 15-year-olds, I broke them man, brother. Because I would have done this I play against 15-year-olds last year. Think about it. The kid just turned 17. So if I play against
15, I think he played coach last year.
Yeah, if I play against 15-year-olds, I broke keeper and brother. I'm not joke.
Somebody asked about this season. This season he broke somebody and
I think this year I play against 18-year-olds. I get me say, but I say if in England when I play against kids, they will broke people, and that's not hard to believe.
And see a great point here. Kevin Williams answer Shane Billing, but I can take it up on me now. Him say Shane Billing. The difference is that all other players were one-footed.
Want me go through the numbers again?
Go on.
10 goals with his right foot.
Yeah.
3 with his head.
Yeah.
And 13 with his left foot.
All right. And think about it when we think about the a lot of the really good schoolboy footballers. Some players you can't say one foot.
No, but the thing about it is it instinctual for him. Him don't think about it. Him don't force it on him left foot. Him not think about it at all. The ball come on the right foot to kick it, him gonna kick it. And him gonna kick it hard and him gonna kick it well. You don't even see the difference. Yeah. You get me, sir? You don't see the difference. I see him the dribble moves when feint left and him push the ball right. But if the ball to feint right and push the ball left, it's a goal. But the fact that he can feint left and push the ball right, and because he plays on the right wing, whenever I'm feint left and go right, what am I going to do? Square the ball with him right foot. And when him square the ball with him right foot,
put it on a platter. It's always on a platter.
Pinpoint square.
It's always on a platter.
So fine, me not see him kick from 30 yards with him right foot.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm seeing him doing is squaring the ball an awful lot with his right foot.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'd love to hear from you, Mr. Richards, although this is probably asking too much, is the analytics of how he gets his assists. Because a lot of them, because he's a right winger, and he gets a lot of his assists by squaring the ball from the right side. And you know one thing that I hate to see? Don't get me wrong, people, because people might take this out of context. We know that Luka Modric have the banana splice kick where he
outside of the booth.
I hate it so badly.
Yeah.
It annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah. Just use the right foot or your left foot.
It's something that should be technically discouraged. It's a technique that people shouldn't try to teach. It's not a necessary technique in football. I absolutely hate it. Some of the best are gonna do it, but to me it only show how little confidence you have in that left foot. You can remember Whisper try splice a true pass with him left foot.
Best can play it with him right foot.
Enough time him up on the right side, and him could have tried force it with him left foot, but instead he just kick it across with him right foot. Bro, that's something that I hate. And the good players, like Messi and Ronaldo, you're not gonna see them do it very often. They might just pass the ball with them left foot, and they might just pass the ball with them right foot. And that's something that we see from Dujuan Richards. Him go down the wing and him square with him right foot, and nothing think about it.
Yeah. I'm going to show him right-footed goal yesterday, and it was well taken, man. And let's take it for a second, people. Watch this goal. It was a fourth goal from Whisper yesterday.
Some people say I'm ambidextrous, but the right word for it is bipedal.
Right. So yeah, we see Mattis get a ball.
Beautiful square
ball, by the way.
Oh my God.
Well taken. And we're gonna slow it down and watch it again. Well taken. Ball. Boom.
Look where it hit.
Side of the net.
All of his goals hit the side of the net. Every single one hit the side of the net. Bro, show it again.
Yeah, but we're gonna watch it again, man. We're gonna let it play while we're not up. So people go and watch it. And the thing with this is if you realize how him take the goal, him go to the ground same time. Because they know exactly what put him foot and to be able to take that one time, you have a drop. You have a drop. And it's right in his stride. Him no break stride. Him look uncomfortable to you? Perfect. And that's the point of me I make. You know, a lot of people
and never think about it. Bro, Mattis, you put that on somebody else's foot, coming like that, and they're going to control it, cut in for them left, and they're going to try to force kick it with them left. Yeah. Or when Mattis would have know, I just get in steps. Because I'm not as comfortable just placing the ball with him weak foot. You get me? I say? Mattis is another good player in the Manning Cup.
And let's give Mattis some credit. Crazy ball.
Oh my God.
Wonderful ball.
So would be nice Mattis to do it still.
Mattis can pass the ball.
Oh my goodness.
Mattis can pass the ball. But what a ball. People, this is a really, really good ball. To put the ball right behind the defender in front of the next one that's tracking Whisper.
Yeah.
Wonderful ball. I'm going to take down this for a second and then we're ready again. What you saying?
Yeah. So as I said, it's that kind of thing that just make him, that how super comfortable he is with either foot. You get me, bro?
Yeah.
Where's the interview with Raymond Watson? We're going to have a sit-down interview with Raymond Watson. We're going to have a tell-all. We're going to talk to Raymond Watson for a long time. You know,
coming soon.
We're going to sit down with Mr. Richard, Dujuan's father. You get me? So we're going to bring him to the platform and just make him tell you about his life, the life of his family, and the life of his son, because he has a special kid.
And I feel like that's a good story to tell, man. Yeah. I feel like people should check out that one.
We're going to do it. December, bro. After the schoolboy football is done, we're going to venture into the Jamaican Premier League. But we're not going to forget the bread and butter. We're not going to forget these people who made this or that sports TV, who we are. Raymond Watson, you know, other Richards, Craig Butler, the whole nine, man. You get me? I say?
Man, people that welcome us into their program. We talk about Philip Williams.
Yeah.
We talk about some of the schools that didn't even make it this far, you know, the Edith and the Tyrant. Nobody really, well, not fair to say nobody, but most of the schools welcome us with open arms. And what we're trying to do is highlight the players.
For sure.
You know, and a lot of people come up to us and they know the player now. They can't call the player by the name because we are showing them every week and we have to interview with them. You know, we're trying to not only do the man of the match, but we speak to two our 3 players from the game, 4 players from the game, sometimes 5 players from the game. Speak to both coaches for you guys to know them. I'm giving players, you know, real good exposure. Yesterday, you know, a player's father came up to us and said, thanks for the exposure. You know, yeah, so that's what we're trying to do. We're happy, you know, that these people that can, you know, have all right for say, yo, I don't want shown or not yet. Wait till the season starts. Right? I will get that, you know, because people probably know, you know, anybody see I get insight into their program. And it's fine. But thanks to the people that welcomed us, man.
Yeah, and so don't worry about it. Obviously Raymond Watson is a bit preoccupied now with the Manning Cup season. He's trying to win a trophy for Kingston College, which I think any season at Kingston College don't carry home silverware is an absolute and utter failure in their eyes, not necessarily in my eyes or in anybody else's eyes. But KC expects to win trophies every single year and all the time. So when it's all said and done in December, we'll have a lot of good getting to know people.
Yeah.
Other Richards, Raymond Watson, promise you. That's a promise that we are making to you guys that will come before the year ends.
All right. Let's go another place with the people. We have only more topics to talk about. Because if you're going to talk about it, we can do it all day.
Yeah.
You think he should play in the JPL? I really think we should give him the rest of the season. I think if we run out for Harborview, we know that I'm home club from my like under 13, from their under 13 level. So I feel like if we run out for the Premier League, show that he can dominate at that level also, because I really believe that this kid can do it. I have confidence in him. Probably not worth the risk, but I think it would do well for exposing him to the rest of the country.
I inquired about it. It's not going to happen.
No, you think so?
It's not.
Well, you say you inquired.
Yeah.
And him father afraid to tell you.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. You think it would have done good for him though, or worth it?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I don't think it would have done good for Dujuan Richards. He doesn't need the Premier League. What it good for me and you?
Yeah, for enjoy.
Would I get for cover him more?
Yeah.
Would I get for make more videos regarding Whisper, make more money? You get me? I said that's what would have been good for we. It would have been good for the JPL. Because they would have sell a lot of tickets. A lot of people that come out and watch the games. It would have been good for Harborview because they would have probably win the JPL. Would it be good for Whisper? He has nothing to gain from it. He only has to lose. And because he's going to be playing, not that he's not as grown as anybody else, but the only way to stop Dujuan Richards is by kicking him. And I'm not a coach, so obviously I don't want to see this happen. If I was coaching against Dujuan Richards as a central midfielder, I'm going to say, if you rock you, I forget something. I have to. When I say broke him foot, but I have to kick him. You have to stop him. That's the only way to stop Dujuan Richards. And what's the point of going into the JPL with nothing to gain, but everything to lose? Because they're going to try to stop you. And they're not going to reach score 2 goals on them.
And embarrass the big man.
And it's not even a matter of maliciousness or embarrassing. Bro, Messi and Neymar get kicked.
Yeah.
And it's not that people hate Messi. The same man that kicked Messi after the game, I've got him for asking for him jersey. But how do you stop him? Because you can't take the ball from him. So you got to kick him. You get me? I say, I got to keep him out there in the midfield. I got to make him think. And when he goes and he plays for Harborview and he goes against Waterhouse in the JPL playoffs, and you get me, I say he's up against Ramon Howell, and him and make Ramon Howell look like a clown. What is Ramon Howell going to do? I've got to kick him. I've got to kick the little boy, basically. You get me, I say, forget him out of the game. I would. Wouldn't you, being a central midfielder? That's the only way to stop him. So that's why he has nothing to gain and all to lose.
Yeah.
In the JPL. So it would benefit this or that Sports TV. We would love to see the Dujuan Richards in the JPL because we're going to go for the JPL. It would benefit Harborview if he played for them. It would benefit the JPL. It wouldn't benefit the Dujuan Richards.
Would it not make it easier to get him a national call up? Because we see that model work.
A national call up. That's interesting.
We see that model work.
That's
we see the Sydneys and the Pearsons and the Greens.
I don't think
Alex Marshall.
At this point in his career, he should have to play in the JPL to get a national call up. And at the end of the day, he doesn't need the JPL to get signed in Europe.
No, not at all. There's already interest there.
And once he gets into Europe, the JPL shouldn't be a factor in getting his national call up.
Yeah.
After what he's done in the Manning Cup, I think that alone warrants a national call up. And if they're not going to call him up after this outstanding performance, then they will never call him.
And to the people that say, yo, this is the Manning Cup, he's playing against boys or whatever, and we don't know what he'll do against grown men. What do you say to them? What?
We spoke to Rudolph Speed just now. Rudolph Speed said the average age on his team is 19 years old. One of these standout Jamaica Premier League teams. He said when they won the JPL, their average age was 21. So go and go check out the interview with Rudolph Speed. We did a sit-down interview with Rudolph Speed for over an hour, and we spoke to him. And he said that when he won the JPL, his average age was 21. We speak about the Shackleton Maroons. After Clarendon College is finished, they will have an influx of 17 and 18 and 19-year-old players. And then we talk about the likes of an Arsenal, whose average age is 23, I think. The youngest team in Premier League. And they're on top of the Premier League. I'm not going to win the Premier League. You get me? I just might add that. So, we supposed playing against 19-year-olds, yes. But it's 19-year-olds who are dominating in football these days, 19 and 20 and 21-year-olds. It's not much difference.
Yeah.
When he played against Clarendon College, and him absolutely dismantled Clarendon College. That's basically a JPL team dismantled. You get me I say?
Yeah. And the thing is, if you don't have the test to say, oh, you put him up against grown men or whatever, and him pass the test. Him pass the eye test. Him pass the eye test, and the Manning Cup is a really good level. The Manning Cup, especially at this point of the season, the Manning Cup is some competitive football.
Yeah.
JC's team is a really good team.
Yep.
You know, CC's team, technical, they're playing in the JPL, as I said. Really good team. Stats, really good team. He's facing really good coaching. You know, so and he's passing that test. So why couldn't he pass the test of the JPL?
Yes, as much as you say you'd like to see it, I would love to see it from a personal standpoint, as I said, because it would benefit my business. But you know what would benefit my business even more? When Dujuan Richards is scoring a hat tricks for Jamaican National Stadium.
People come to me about it.
So the JPL can lift. So it would be fun for a second, but it's not worth it.
Not worth it at all.
He has so much more to lose than what he has to gain.
Yeah. Run through some comments again.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's how we're gonna do it. Take some comments, talk. Man, them I say, yo, Maggie, Walter Boyd. Those are some of the players that they're throwing out there. Lehman, Craig Charlton. Man, just show some players out there. And solid players in our mention, man. We can't ever argue with you, but still think Whisper better than them. What percentage of KC's overall goal tally was Whisper involved in? Pretty sure more than 50%.
Yeah.
More than 50%. I can safely say that.
The numbers
They can do it. A man say, no, I just think Unseen Sports, Prodigy 30 say, Tyreek McGee is not living up to the Jamaican hype. No one is hearing anything about that kid. I feel like Tyreek McGee is in a rough situation right now. He didn't take the step we expected him to take. I think the talent is undeniable. That's a really good football player. But I think we expected a bit more from him, to be honest. The best schoolboy footballer at his time. You know, definitely while he was playing, he was the best in the competition. And not seeing much more. He's in Belgium at European. We're not seeing much from him, but really want to see some more from Tyreek McGee. Really, really good player. We need midfielders in the national program. Defensive and attacking. We need midfielders. So if McGee can come and spark that light at 25, I love to see it. A man said, no JPL youth, ball occur. Hey, I don't think it worth the risk either, but from a fan standpoint, it would be great to see. But it definitely not worth the risk. His father would tell us that there's already international interest in Dujuan Whisper Richards in Belgium and Netherlands or wherever. So in England. So I don't think it's worth the risk. But as I say, it was just a thought. It was just a thought of it. It's not saying that he should.
Yeah, as I said, bro, I inquired about it and we got the answer. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
get it out on it like lies.
Yeah.
Jamaican Guna say, up, bro, and the fam in the chat. Big up yourself, Jamaican Guna.
No, man, I lie.
All right, so this is the discussion now. I feel like we can stop yourself here a little bit. And people tell us in the comment section, what do you think about this one? Why Whisper didn't make the Jamaica under-20 team?
1 second, I do the maths, bro. Go on, man. Talk to the people.
No, man, that was a pause, man.
Oh, that was a pause?
Yeah, it was a dramatic pause.
Suspense.
Yeah, bro.
Ellipses.
Yeah. Why didn't Whisper make the Jamaica under-20?
You know, say a journalist youth.
Remember good, no, man.
Is that like a journalist?
And to be fair, I have the answer for you. In fact, I have the answer for you. I have the answer for you. Now I get myself in trouble. I think there's clearly some politics there. It's hard to say there wasn't politics involved in that decision. I don't know the exact politics of it. I can't tell you where exactly them say, oh, we now call him or whatever. Could be the under-17 or leaving him for the under-17. I don't know. But this kid is definitely one of the best under-20 players that Jamaica have to offer. And a point that I made to Jomar, we see what him do against, we can say the best schoolboy team right now, a team competing at the JPL level, Clarendon College. We see him single-handedly win the game for Clarendon College. Why couldn't Whisper do that against Honduras in the under-20 championship?
Stick up in. We do the numbers. So KC scored 74 goals this season, right? And Whisper was involved in 29 plus how many assists? 18? 47 goals. So KC, out of 74 goals, KC only scored 27
27
goals that Whisper was not involved in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that of those 27, a lot of them were shots that were magnificently saved by the goalkeeper and the rebounds were converted. I'm sure.
We see a few of them.
Exactly.
We see a few of them in the Schoolboy football season. But yeah, what may I say? If Whisper could have done against the best Schoolboy football team, why couldn't he do it against Honduras? Why couldn't you know many more goals Jamaica could have scored if Whisper was there? You know, whether I'm a play forward or up on the wing, I'm sure he could have single-handedly win games for us. I am 100% sure of it. And we see the players that were there, even the players that came from England and from USA. Man, Whisper better than them, Bridging. Whisper better than them, especially right now. And that we're not even far removed from that competition. The competition was in the summer. I think it was in June. No, we're not even 6 months away from the competition. So, honestly, no, I don't know why. And I don't want Jamaica to do what they did to Leon Bailey to Whisper.
Black Holland.
I don't want it to happen.
I will say this, and I've said it before, and I will say it again. The biggest travesty in Jamaican football history is Leon Bailey not representing the country at any other unders level. And Leon Bailey,
he played one time.
And Leon Bailey not playing for Jamaica until he was 22 years old. Absurd.
How?
Imagine Bakary Saka not playing for England until he was 22.
Bro, nominated for the Golden Boy while he was playing in Belgium in his first season as a pro. Being the best young player in Belgium 2 seasons in a row. His first 2 seasons. Going to Bayer Leverkusen, and in his first season, making team of the season. Having the goal at the Europa League. Yeah. What more did they need to call the kid and build a team around him? Oh, you finna say that that's our team and go. How could you not see that? And somebody need to answer for that. Maybe like somebody need to come up publicly. And obviously the public I say, oh, this person is to be blamed, or this is the reason. I'll be like somebody need to stand up and say, oh, this is what happened. We hear from Leon Bailey's side. Leon Bailey say, yo, them did a black ball.
When we get Mr. Chung on the channel, because we will get the general secretary, we'll ask him about it. He probably won't be aware because that was before his regime. Yeah. However, I'll ask him to shed some light on that. That's definitely something that I'd like to talk to the new Gen Sec about.
Yeah.
Like what could have attributed to Leon Bailey not representing the nation until he was 22 years old. Saka is not even 22 years old yet.
Yeah.
How much goals? Saka more than 10 goals.
And Saka won the best English player.
Not the best English player.
No.
Though he was still eligible.
Best national team player. Crazy.
That is it.
Absolutely crazy. So people, I don't know, and I don't want them to do what they did to Leon Bailey to Whisper.
They've already done it though.
To a point. They've done it already. They've done it already because there's no way it should be snubbed.
Him still have one more under 20 World Cup.
I probably can't do the under 17 and come up.
No, too old.
Too old?
Yeah. When I go to under 17 and I'm already 17 the next year.
When are the competition?
The competition next year, I'm going to be 18 and next year, so I'm 17 this year.
Not
so him never can play. But him have one more under 29.
Yeah. All right, a man say, if Whisper go to the JPL, that would ruin him. He should get an academy/youth team.
Well, he's in a part of an academy right now. He's a part of the Phoenix All-Stars Academy. So, you know, I don't think he'll be moving to Europe until he's 18 because of pro rules and child exploitation rules and labor laws, so on and so forth in various European countries. So I think he'll be sticking around and honing his craft in Jamaica for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
But Phoenix will have like combines and stuff like that. In addition to, I hope that he's called up into national team programs. We have the Nations League coming up, and I do believe that Whisper's performance in the most renowned football competition in Jamaica, which is the Manning Cup, you know, or I guess the second, probably the Cup is a bit higher, but like, you know, the Manning Cup are the big corporate area competition. And I think he warrants a call up into that senior team that goes to Statistical.
Right.
So I think he'll be working. There's a few combines, you know. I think he'll probably play a bit more football. He'll probably playing football with Coach Watson at KC, playing football with Coach Butler at Phoenix, and hopefully he gets a national team call up. There'll also be under 20 World Cups, you know, for the World Cup qualifying the next year after that. So he should be here playing football, honing his craft. And I truly do hope that, you know, we continue to see. I truly do hope that we continue to see and hear from Whisper, but I think he'll be here. Interview with Leon Bailey. Rush was watching it earlier. I haven't seen it yet, but
he said some stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Said some stuff about people, the higher ups in the JFF, nothing that we never heard before. About people blocking him from playing for Jamaica and getting his transfer and all of that. And man, can't speak on it too much because I know it come from the horse's mouth. It come from somebody who should know of things that are happening. So
somebody said, Daly said Whisper, Bowser, and Leon Bailey in Jamaica top 3 for the Nations League. I disagree.
Yeah.
Still think Bobby Reed is ahead of him in the pecking order. I still think Jamal Lowe is ahead of him in the pecking order. But he definitely should be a part of that team. And I don't think next year is a game because we want to win the Nations League and we need to win against Mexico. But I definitely think he should make that trip to the Azteca.
Why shouldn't he?
Certain.
Why shouldn't he? What's the why not? Have him my thing has always been, if we're going to, we can name 23 pros better than Whisper. It's fine. Yeah. That is okay. That's not our problem. But if we're going to call Daniel, I talk about in the last 12 months. So it's not even far removed. I can't say this up a long time. We're going to call Daniel Green. And we're going to call Lamar Walker. And we're going to call Atafara Baigi. We're going to call Tyreek Zimenez and Christopher Pearson. We're all good players, by the way. I could have never walked in any of them man's shoes in terms of play football. So I'm not saying them man a baller. Big baller. If I them money wear a car and players playing for Waterhouse and whatever, who are good footballers playing in Jamaica, why Whisper can't get a call up? No, if that's the standard. If the standard is to dominate in the country or to be one of the best in the country, you get the call up. And we can safely say Whisper is one of the best in the country. Why is he not getting the call up? Why wouldn't he be able to make a 23-man squad? What the reason? I don't see the reason. I honestly don't. Man must say corruption. Man must say corruption, and that's the only thing you can, because you not take a blind man to see that. You not take a blind man to see that. And today I was actually reading something, and then Oliver say, him cover the Ashani Walker, him cover all of them great schoolboy football players. And him say, it's Dana Oliver, renowned journalist in Jamaica. He said that Whisper is the best he's covered. He said that. And if he's saying that, and him see them, him older than him cover all of them, he commentated on games that they played in and dominated in. And he's also covered Whisper. He said that this is the best he's seen. He's seen in schoolboy football. I think you need a PhD if you can say that. And I think them in the JFF right now, if you don't get called up, somebody to answer some questions. Man said, I hope Klopp is looking to sign Whisper to Liverpool this January. Man. All right, what him say? Daly says, Speed do an interview on Ryan LFC, and him say Whisper, a regular baller. I've seen it. And yeah, even on our channel, him say, yo, if he play them good too, he like Whisper to his players. What do you think about that? Don't think it's a fair comparison, but he said it. Yeah. Look for some more comments before we go to talk some more about the call up. All right. So, want to see those footage? As I can tell you. All right. So, Riches and Royalty address Prodigy. All right. Nah, he was purposely snubbed. He was 16. Yeah, brother, clear.
Yeah, but we're talking about the under 17s coming up. Now, I don't because Whisper was turning 17 this year. I don't think he would be eligible for playing at under 17 this year. So he have to play under the under 20s. But he still have one more under 20 season.
All right, so we'll take another look at another goal from Whisper. I think this is the first goal that he scored yesterday. People, tell me what you think about this. All right. And I'm playing this goal to ask a question, people. Obviously, we're in the national stadium. We saw this goal. A lot of people instantly they were saying, even on the commentary, they said goal of the season by the player of the season. I think that's the soundbite of the Money Cup so far, of the schoolboy football so far. People want to think this is the goal of the season. Now we see some great goals from Shako and Satchel, from Kevin Wilson. Now we see real good goals. We see a bomber from Whisper against Calabar. From about 35. So is this the goal of the season? Go and watch it and tell us. Is this the goal of the season? I guess we see some other goals. We see a scissors kick from I think Clark in the not Clark, but they're number 13 in the Clarendon College team. Wonderful goals. Is this the goal of the season? I think it is. And why make us think that the goal of the season? You dribble pass. Let's count it. Let's count it.
4 or 5.
4 or 5 player. Whisper dribble pass 4 or 5 player, and then after all of that, still kick the ball from 25 yards. Still a really good strike. Obviously, the strike itself can be compared and probably not as good as some other strikes. We've seen Satchel, we see some good strikes. But if you have to do that, and then before you do that, the precursor to doing all that is what? Dribbling past 4 or 5 players from year half.
Deep in your half.
That would be the goal of the season for me. I believe so. Go on again. So that's a 2. That's a 3. 4.
Oh my goodness.
And still kick it from 25 yards.
Oh my goodness.
Still after all of that, hitting the side of the net. And even though I say it can be compared to, Satchel goal and all of that, this is still a really good strike.
Man.
This is still a really good strike.
Had he just done that, that would still go on the goal.
Yeah, if he did pick up the ball, if somebody later for him do that, still would have been one of the contenders for goal of the season. And I think this is the goal of the season. Bang!
I'd love to see the keeper save that.
Bang!
If the goalkeeper saved that, then he get a national senior team call up same time.
Keep it, brother. In the move. He move.
If him get to that, then he is automatically the best goalkeeper in the.
Oh, see if the keeper move. Because I ball the pass before him even know said kick Bridget. Bang! Just look.
God.
Him just a look. What him for do? Just look. Bang! Just look.
You can call that top bins?
No, man, not top bins. Man, not quite top bins. The side netting though.
It's pretty damn close to top bins.
It's close, but not quite top bins, bro. Satchel at top bins, Bridget.
Satchel literally.
Like if you put a bin up there for real, it's going to the bin. Crazy. Bang!
Ridiculous.
Never kick a ball so sweet now, man.
Yes, you're so quick after it hit the net.
Yeah, fam.
Kicking us.
That's a mess of the keeper can't.
It's a doom. It's ridiculous.
Keeper can't. People goal of the season.
I could have watched that for the whole.
I'm gonna leave it and play because I know people enjoy it.
I could have watched that for the whole.
Goal of the season, we need to know. Is that the goal of the season?
Somebody said them not forgive Bobby Reid for the USMS. Well, a whole heap of things, whole heap of people do,
Yeah.
Tell that. Me see Bobby Reid score one of the best goals them ever see by a Jamaican. The Gold Cup against Suriname when the ball drop on him foot and him sing sweet like that's what I'm saying. You remember the line.
You get the point. Oh God, people, man. You get the point.
But Bobby Reid did hit one well, nice. So yeah, people miss and the story goes on.
You ever kick a ball so nice in your life?
Yeah.
You know kick ball so nice in your life, Bridget.
Score them goal like.
Yeah, they're going to go there.
Yeah.
In a dance scrimmage, I like it. From your goal.
But you know, some feel like I can't keep top bins. Every time I see it, look on it again.
Bro,
every time I see it, it look like.
Stop making me sound like he's another.
It kind of look like top bins.
Bro, the man hit the side of the net, bro, on the top bins. But me I give him side of the net and I still credit. But no, but me I said that to say that side of the net I still something for give.
No, I said no, but me I say look on it. Look how close it was to the top. Look. Like it's above keeper height. No, that's in the middle. You're wicked, man. Middle of the keeper. That's literally taller than the keeper.
Watch it. Okay, man.
Look there. Bro, that can't be top bins, bro. That's taller than the keeper. That keeper.
Me never hate for him.
No, me never hate for him.
Me never hate for the man, bro. But that was the top bins, bro. Come on, like. Really good goal. Goal of the season.
People not get that top bins. Bro, look, pass it where you just pass it. Pass it where you just pass it. Not this one. Pass it.
Watch it, dip after that, bro. Then I go it.
Bro. After that pass, oh God, man. Look where
we now fight the man goal, top bins. Big goal. Goal of the season. We now fight it.
People, what's that tap means?
We not fight it.
Look.
Bro,
Rush.
the dip of the in the goal, look at the ball. But we not fight it. Listen to me, we not fight one goal.
People, what's that tap means?
Goal of the season. I don't know my comments now coming, but I'm read my comments on this.
They're not coming.
Whisper better than all the other schoolboy they recommend for our last World Cup qualifiers. And they have never been so much of those good players anyway. You know what's an important matchup? I'm more talk about this, bro. KC and JC are playing in the finals at the Champions Cup. We saw Jamaican International yesterday.
We did.
Speak on it.
So
let me take off this. Speak on it, my brother.
So Tariq Jimenez has 2 international caps, 2 senior international caps. In fact, he started in a World Cup qualifier versus Canada at BMO Field at right back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't have his best showing for Jamaica. However, he was a young and up and coming star that got a national call-up. Yesterday, we saw him play against Jamaica College, and he scored the all-deciding penalty to win the game for his
against
team.
Stats.
For Jamaica College against Stats. Scoring the all-deciding penalty to win the game and advancing Jamaica College through to the finals of the ISA Digital Champions Cup. Tariq Jimenez had a good game, and we saw him before against Mona High School, scoring what I think is one of the good goals, not great goals, but one of the good goals in schoolboy football this season. So we saw one Jamaican international play, and I mean a full senior international play. And then after that, the main event, the show-stopping performance by a player who has never been called up for our youth team, Dujuan Richards. And I'm saying, how does Tariq Jimenez, and a lot of respect for Tariq Jimenez, we've said that he's one of the best schoolboy footballers, and I'd much prefer him to be playing at the right back position. However, he's that good to be playing at left forward for Jamaica College or left wing.
A wonderful goal against Mona.
Still scoring good goals or whatever. But he's a senior international, capped and all. Had he been eligible to play for our next country, he would I get captain. That's how much international football Tariq Jimenez play. And Dujuan Richards, who only dismantled the whole Manning Cup and dismantled, I think, the best schoolboy football team in the Manning Cup, has never even been called up for a junior level team.
You know what's important to note? We see Tariq Jimenez play in the same competition that Whisper is playing in after playing for Jamaica. Is he dominating the way Whisper is? Obviously, it's kind of unfair to have this conversation because Jimenez is playing as a forward
or a winger,
and then he's a defender. So it's kind of unfair to make the comparison. But still, does he look above the level like the way Whisper does? You don't think he look above the level to me?
No, and I don't think he's the best player in Jamaica College. I think Macon Aldrich and Kevin Wilson has a stronger point for being a best player. And Statistical Rose and Romain Blake all have stronger points of being better players than Tariq Jimenez.
Now fighting
On the Jamaica College team. You know, Kevin Wilson, them call him Saka. Macon Aldrich, that demon. And Romain Blake, one of the best defenders, if not the best defender in schoolboy football. And Statistical Rose, who I think has all but secured the Manning Cup goalkeeper of the season. You know, who knows? I think they all have a stronger claim to be the best player in Jamaica College's football team than Tariq Jimenez, as compared to Dujuan Richards, who I think at this point is the consensus best player in the Manning Cup. He silenced a lot of haters, and the only thing left to do now is to call this man up into the national team.
Only thing left to do. And can't take another goal because we enjoy watch some football. And in fact, what I'm gonna do is, I said that this is the best individual performance I've seen from a schoolboy footballer. I have personally seen. I'm gonna play the second best individual performance of the season. Not that I've seen, because obviously the competition has something to do with it. But this is a mashup of Whisper against Jose Marti in the game that he scored 5 goals and 3 assists. So people enjoy this video. All right. So that was another great game from Whisper.
See some more comments then.
Talk about some comment. I see like a little debate going in the comments still about.
You know what trouble it.
Oh, by the way, email. You know you're there. You're a moderator. You know you have the range. Anything.
So you know what trouble it.
When I love email in the comments are going, isn't it?
Kind
of hard for you, is it? Yeah. Yeah, but just people agreeing with us. I'm glad someone else in a hit tonight. Everybody loving what going with the youth. Everybody are called for being a national team.
The best Caribbean. The best youth player done chat. So when he won the MVP at under 13, he wasn't the player. When he have recorded the most goals in under 14, he wasn't the player. When he scored 48 goals in England, he still wasn't the player. That's the John Richards that his father is saying. Whisper, I guess just will never be the player. So playing at Harbourview still won't make him the player, to your point, Rush, because if he's done all these things and he's still not the player. But I think, bro, with this new JF administration, with the appointment of Chung, with the appointment of Algrimson, with the appointment of a completely new technical staff, new JFF, I think they're going in the right direction. Yeah. I think even Steve Wonder could see that this guy deserves to be captain. Please, captain are one of the most bad man and corrupt things I've seen in my life. But I want to start captain some youth, Bridget. I could captain Jamal Clark. I could captain Canada Boys Clark. You know what I mean? If we smile just play for another country, we even want to find out. Make a captain. Yeah. You know them way there? Give them 3 caps from earlier and just call it a day, bro.
And another important thing to know. I was thinking about this earlier too. Not for we're not a footballer. We play some football, but we're not good like someone.
Yeah, brother.
And it's our dream to play for our country. Would I pay for play for Jamaica? Like right now, if them link me and say, them give me a good price, me pay for put on the black, green and gold.
What do you mean?
Me pay. JFF talk to me if you need some money. So they have the money still. Like, I don't know the YouTube, just a pick up. But if JFF needs some money in their pocket, give them the YouTube check and run out. But if I play.
No, but bro, I tell you, I don't pay for the 3rd string shirt. I don't pay for the 23 shirt. Considering some of keep, but I don't pay for the 23 shirt. One of them bad purple shirt, warm up on you work with. But I don't worry.
Right now, I mean, I take speed 22. Because 23, they might play them. No. And if people want to go 26, we take all the 26 or
26.
Yeah, right now, I done 26 big guys. So big yellow shirt. Them now forgive me warm, Bridget. Me warm from the 1st minute to the 93rd minute. And right now, I see FIFA like them want to put on some bullet. Me warm till the 96th minute. And the 96th me warm, Bridget. Me play for Jamaica. So the point I'm making is, this is an actual footballer. It's a talent. This is a special player. You want to play for him country, Bridget? If we want to play for Jamaica, we are not playing. We're not getting the interest from the Tottenham Hotspur or from the Ajax or from the Genk. This you want to play for him country, dog. Don't deny that opportunity.
Number one, guys, the third choice. I mean, deserve the cap. I'm an attacker at Britain. Jamaica only give a caps like free food. They're both in different comparisons. It's not a bad comparison. Somebody said, Terry, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. Bad comparison between Dujuan Richards and Tyrese Jimenez.
We're not comparing the players, we're comparing the situation. We're playing at the same level. One dominated last year, one's dominating this year, one's been dominating at any level that he plays at. One get a card up, one don't get a card up. We're not saying the Jimenez should score 29 goals in the Manning Cup. No. That's not what we're saying, bro.
But who we compare Whisper to? Romain Blake, Dan Hugh Mitchell, Akeem Bernard, Rosika Rose, Makwan Aldridge, Shaquan Satchel. All of these players play very different positions. And these are the players that we are comparing to Dujuan Richards. Because all of these players are the best players in the Manning Cup. You compare Cristiano Ronaldo to Lionel Messi.
They're not the same player.
They don't play the same positions. Yeah. But you compare them because they're 2 of the best players.
And there are times when goalkeeper, I think Manuel Neuer made.
Yeah, Manuel Neuer came 3rd in the Ballon d'Or.
Exactly. That's not what we're doing.
That year, Manuel Neuer was the best player in the world. He should have won the Ballon d'Or. Absolute best player in the world.
Was he better than Messi that year? Was he better than Ronaldo that year? Was he better than Robin that year and Iniesta that year?
I think so.
Do they play the same position?
No.
Are we comparing them?
No.
Yes.
We are comparing them right now. But we're not comparing how them play on the field. We're not saying Manuel Neuer if he score 40 goals. So you get me what I'm saying? So if somebody said Whisper should play JPL so we can see him play big man ball. And as I said, a lot of these successful teams in the JPL, their average age is literally 19 and 20. Whisper is playing against a current and college team who fields a fully JPL team, essentially.
Yeah.
Whisper is playing against big men.
That are facts.
The thing with Romain Blake, he's too relaxed. Only real footballers can see it's easy. But Romain Blake a good defender. I think the competition is too easy for Romain Blake. I think Romain Blake might be the second best player in the Manning Cup. I think Whisper might be the first player. Romain Blake might be the second best player in the Manning Cup. I think
Romain Blake can take it up a notch. And that was obviously he didn't like jump onto a lot of people's radar last year, even though he had an outstanding Manning Cup season, making it to the final season and whatever. Getting his under 20 call up, I don't have a problem with it.
And then the same person said there's maybe 9 good teams in Manning Cup. Yeah, we agree, but there's only 14 teams in JPL. You get me? So 9, that's like half of the amount of teams in JPL. There are 9 good teams who have a lot of JPL players, and Whisper absolutely destroy 9 teams in the JPL. 9 teams in the Premier League, which implies that he could at least destroy 9 teams in JPL. You get me? I say definitely can destroy the Capital Maroons.
Yeah.
You know?
And with a team that is not as talented as Capital Maroons, and not as talented as Clarendon College. Because what he did, my thing is just, bro, what he did for Casey yesterday is a good indication that he can do that for Jamaica.
Prodigy said he doesn't believe that Romain Blake is the best defender in schoolboy football right now.
Who do you think? Let's have the conversation.
I think it's between him, Hodges, and Daniel Mitchell. I would give the edge to Romain Blake. Daniel Mitchell and Hodges though are bigger and stronger, and I obviously would prefer bigger and stronger. But I think Romain Blake is the most technically gifted. He's the best passer. He's one of the best readers of the game. He's really aggressive. He's very smart. So I like Romain Blake. Good footballer.
Yeah.
I don't think why. Yes, Whisper should have made under 20, not an international team. But I believe that Whisper should get a senior international card. Definitely believe that. Whisper does the basic things in football and don't use her skills. That's something I noticed. Speaking to Mr. Richards, I said, one thing about this kid, and bro, I'm sure Whisper can pile a man and sell the man as easy as anybody else.
Of course, man. Of course.
But you know,
he just love shot. That's the only skill you ever seen do and step over. Yeah, him not use more than it requires.
Him not going to choose step over. All he want is score goals.
Yeah. He's him skill, bridging, but him not do more than it requires. He not do more than the situation requires. So if him need to step over the ball and push it past you, he must step over the ball and push past and kick it at the goal. You see me? Again, go and enjoy this while we talk. We're talking about background.
Somebody says, swear. You're just going to do anything. Always tell the man that look at him record when you not cross both Messi and CSF and post it and get some views and fun. You see me? Can see the channel like a rise. Enough respect that a Nath dance or not done plays. Why your eyebrow looks so? I wonder who.
For eyebrow. No, I have a weird eyebrow, so I probably missed it.
But
that's cool. Who said that? Remember I just them who said that?
Somebody named Roshan.
Roshan who?
Roshan.
Roshan. Let's see that.
My eyebrow looks so.
Say you try to set me up, Reggie. I see that.
Can see it then? Look now. We don't want to eye them.
Wait there.
And your weird eyebrow. See it there. Why your eyebrow looks so? Fix up the eyebrow them, man.
Let's see what I'm going.
I'm going to go ahead.
I look weird for you. But watching the people, I kind of have two eyebrows now, isn't it? My mother have thin eyebrow and my father have bushy eyebrows. So the top bushy and the bottom thin. So isn't it? So that one. But Russian, I don't really want you.
You don't make good, bro.
I love Russian. Go out.
You don't make good, dog.
That was another name, them problem. But I love Russian.
Them say stop comparing defenders to Whisper, please and thank you.
They are not.
We are compare how good they are. Romain Blake is a very good defender.
Watch this.
Dujuan is a very good forward.
Watch this.
What that?
Is Lionel Messi better than Damian Lowe?
Yeah.
One is an attacker, one is a defender. Why we can't say that?
And better yet, is Sergio Ramos better than Mikel Antonio?
By far.
Or is Ruben Diaz better than Mikel Antonio?
Yes.
Or Ali Watkins?
Get the point, no man. We're not talking about who is a better defender and a compare an attacker to a defender.
We're talking about his impact on the team's defense as compared to Whisper's impact on the team's attack. Romain Blake is one of the best players in schoolboy football. And Dujuan Richards is one of the best players in schoolboy football. And that's the basis on which we're comparing them.
And also how well they do for the teams that they play for.
Exactly.
How well they do what they do. So Whisper's an attacker, how good is he? Blake as a defender, how good is he at defending? That's what we're saying.
Somebody said the same tray, whatever. So which JPL team is average 19 and 20? Cavaliers, average age. Cavaliers, average age, sir. When name tree you can't pronounce the name. I can't pronounce the name. You must say man them not talk sense. You get me? I say. So I have to tell him say him not talk no sense. Because we just do an interview with Rudolph Speed that clearly outlined that his average age of his Manning Cup team is between 19 and... No, I can't pronounce it.
And him also said Dujuan Busy was killing Manning Cup 2 and having a hard time in the JPL. Busy not kill Manning Cup like Whisper.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even... Bro, as I said, the people who do really good in a schoolboy football, I like say Junior Fleming, Shamar Nicholson, and them go in a JPL or Pressure Premier League at the time, I just score some only goal and go fire really fast. You get me? I said Junior Fleming destroy Manning Cup and him go play in a Premier League. Bro, and Junior Fleming destroy.
Watching Alex Marshall no good like Junior Fleming's. Alex Marshall go Cavaliers and go play well in the Premier League and get him transfer to Canada.
Exactly. We just talk about Shamar Nicholson. Shamar Nicholson go and play Boys Town and him score some only goal. Yeah. Go on a foreign. Junior Fleming him play a little bit in a JPL. Go on a foreign. Really quick. You get me? I say? Yeah. Busy Atkins never do what Whisper do.
No, not even close, bro. He was the best player for Casey at the time. But not even close, Bridget. Busy not close to Whisper. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah. And
that's an insult. Even though Busy is a really good player.
These same guys that predicted Mona to win Manning Cup. To be honest, Rush predict Mona to win Manning Cup. And Mona one of the outstanding teams and people get predictions wrong.
Bro, Mona made it to the semi-final.
Yeah, and Mona are an outstanding team with a lot of good ballers. You know what Mona have? Dujuan, Whisper, which
But Mona made it to the semi-final by 1 goal.
Minus Whisper, Mona they are the Manning Cup finals. Allow me to tell. Minus Whisper, Mona they are the Manning Cup finals. Not tricky to score against them.
Yeah. And
so you making that prediction wasn't a bad prediction.
No, it's different. I wouldn't take it back and throughout the whole season. I see it and I say there are good teams also, but we still think Mona could have pulled it up. They couldn't at the end of the day. And people get prediction now.
Him say shut up the video. I want to hear the comments them over I read.
We're not supposed to hear the video, but let's take it off.
Yeah. So which comment you never hear Prodigy 30? You get me? I say them said the same guys will predict Mona to win the Manning Cup. Now everybody beating Mona for the second round. The only reason KC beat Mona High School, which is why we probably should have taken KC more serious. But bro, I knew Whisper was good. I didn't know he was this good. I knew he was really good.
I actually didn't predict for win Manning Cup.
I'm not sure. He never tell me. But yeah.
Prodigy, who you predict for win Manning Cup?
And Busy get called up.
No, bro, my prediction was wrong. My prediction wrong. But me, I say like the prediction was crazy. The prediction wasn't crazy. No, and we did say that 4 teams can win Manning Cup. We did say that in a Manning Cup video. We said KC, JC, Mona, and stuff. Like we said it. 4 teams alone can win Manning Cup. And those are the 4 teams that made it to the semi-final. So I say I was right. If the prodigy said JC or Charlie Smith, I predicted to win. But they just said to win Manning Cup.
Yeah, as I said, JC obviously look like the favorites right now. You know, however, Mona literally play better than is weird. Mona had more positions and had a lot of chances. Kingston College had Dujuan Richards, and that's why they were better than Mona on the day. Because they had Whisper, who scored a ridiculous hat-trick against the run-off player night. You get me I say? So, like, KC literally come and sit behind the ball. Them come sit behind the ball and this was in the quarterfinals.
All right, so Vivian Daly said this debate is pointless because Whisper will be playing in Europe by next year. All we can do, I hope him to play for England like Sterling, worse in grandmother at English. The thing is, we're not comparing the players.
Captain the youth.
Well, no, we're not necessarily comparing the players. What we're comparing is situation and players being called up that do similar things to what Whisper do. Okay? I don't think you can understand. That's simple. So, if Zimenez can dominate the Manning Cup and get called up, and Pierce can dominate the Manning Cup and get called up, and Bygrave and Green can dominate in the JPL and get called up and be at that level, I would think Whisper is at that level, we think him to get called up. Not that we are comparing the players to each other, but we are comparing one getting called up and dominating to another one dominating and not getting called up.
Bro, that's what I try to show you. Dujuan Richards had the best Manning Cup season probably in the history of the Manning Cup. And in the call up, I want to say Tarek Zimenez had very good Manning Cup season, but nothing nearly as good as this. And I'm not saying he must score this Wally goal if he have this good season, because Romain Blake has been outstanding. Rasika Rose, that's their goalkeeper, Akeem Bernard, they have been absolutely outstanding. And them not scoring a Wally goal. So I'm not say a man have to score, have involved in a 50 goal if you have a all-time great Manning Cup season. We saw O'Shane Jenkins, bro. He was class. I was in grade 7 at the time when O'Shane Jenkins was sweeping the SPGC team. He was cerebral. He never big, but him did dominative. Him did smart. He did play the ball very well. And he was one of the best players in the Manning Cup. And he was a defender. He never scored a whole heap of goal. He was a little sweeper, you get me? I said. So we don't say a man have to score 30 goal to be a top team, a top player in the Manning Cup. But a man have to do what he's supposed to do. If he's a goalkeeper, he's supposed to keep clean sheets and make good saves. If he's a forward, he's supposed to score a heap of goals. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, people, hit the subscribe button. We'll have more discussions like this. And come in, we're going to have a show where at least 3 or 4 times a week we can talk to. Somebody asked for calling. We're going to get that up and running. Right now, we don't do a calling today. But very soon.
You know what
very soon.
The G said? Him said, bro is dreaming. Whisper not making England team. Them not picking Ivan. When I say Whisper get called up England right now.
Somebody say, yo, hopefully not go England and go play and get called up for Whisper.
But I don't think that person was talking about right now. Maybe when I'm 21.
Can be a word beater.
Bro, you talk about these players that wasn't even playing league football. That Whisper's age.
What people are challenged right now? How good Whisper is? What can we see people are commenting where I respond to them, but it just a click to me. What are they challenging really? If you get called up or how good he is? Can we really know what the basis?
Somebody said, how would you compare Romain Blake versus Whisper?
We say it already. You're gonna get it.
Can I say it again?
All right.
So Romain Blake is one of the best players in schoolboy football. And it's simple. Manuel Neuer was a top 5 Ballon d'Or nominees, which would imply that he was compared to the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Aaron Robin, Lionel Messi, so on and so forth, right? Being a goalkeeper, and this is at Dunroll 07, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so listen then to Prodigy 30. Why was Neuer nominated in the Ballon d'Or running? Or why did Neuer come third, I think, in the Ballon d'Or that year? Isn't the Ballon d'Or a comparison to see who was the best player in the world? So when people I say who are the best player in the world? Have you ever realized there's a top goalkeeper award, but there's not a top defender award, a top midfielder award, a top forward award, or better yet, not a top winger award, a top striker award, a top right winger award, a top attacking midfielder award, a top defensive midfielder award? Sergio Ramos and Virgil van Dijk will be nominated for the same award as Erling Haaland and Lionel Messi. Allow me to tell you? Because all of them are outfield players. No, where a forward might be required to score 30 goals to show that he's the best player on the team, a defender might be required to keep 30 clean sheets. A defender might be required to make a lot of tackles. A defender might be required to be able to play it out from the back better than others. A defender might have to make last gasp tackles over and over. In the same way, a forward has to score goals and has to get assists. That's how you compare them. Who offers the most value to their team? So as a defender, your job is not to score goals. So as a defender, your job is to stop the other team from scoring goals. In addition to help the build-up play in scoring goals, as compared to a forward whose sole purpose is to score a lot of goals. So Romain Blake will not score 30 goals. But Romain Blake is still one of the best players in the Manning Cup this season because of what he does as a defender.
Thank you, Danny boy. The man said really not get how the car understand what the man them say. And that's what I'm telling you, even 25 times already, bro. Like if you don't understand at this point, you don't try to understand. You literally not try to understand. But yeah, what are you saying? Prodigy, me hear your challenge comparing, but what are you saying? How good Whisper is, or he shouldn't be called? Because that's the conversation.
Them say you can't compare different positions, but that's bullshit, bro.
Man, I'm a troll, bro. That email say. Bro, explain it 5 times. At this point, if you don't understand that, you're not trying to understand. So I'm gonna explain it 6 times.
Yeah, and somebody said there has never been any other player who dominated at any position the way it was. Not that. Only, you hear what I'm saying? Only
Javian Brown, bro.
Because Javian Brown was
outstanding in the
was a dominant. Javian Brown was a defender.
And Javian Brown play for Abbott, you want stand out and get him transfer.
Literally.
And go on a college play was it 2 years and then they are Vancouver.
That's what I'm trying. You see players who dominate in the Manning Cup who are really, really good. When they go JPL, they're a cut above. Mm-hmm. We saw it with Junior Fleming. When Junior Fleming go play a Premier League after Manning Cup, Junior Fleming one of the best Premier League players right out of Manning Cup at 19 years old. And you know what Junior Fleming got USL and do? Only lead goals in like 2 seasons. Only get top player in the USL. Only making team win the USL. That's a Junior Fleming. Like, I mean, immediately after that, like, Junior Fleming is not an old player right now. Still in his mid-20s at this point. Mm-hmm. I will talk about what Junior Fleming do right after something there. You can't compare them if you talk about making a national team spot. Javian Brown was imperious. It was too easy for him.
Bro, Manning Cup was literally too easy for Javian Brown. Yeah. Javian Brown was so good. And Javian Brown could play left back, right back, centre back, midfield. Javian Brown was so good in the Manning Cup. But that's the point we're making. Javian Brown made a seamless transition to the JPL. And he stood out. And the other he was one, so good. The other one who was too easy for Junior Fleming. Too easy. So whenever you think about it being too easy for a player, chances are it's too easy for them. Like, it's too easy.
If Manning Cup too easy for a player, the JPL is going to be easy for them as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Especially at this level too. I'm happy that Whisper came to the semi-finals and the finals, and he's doing exactly what he was doing in the group stage. He's doing nothing different. He's scoring 4 goals against the best team in the country, the best Schoolboy team in the country. He's scoring a goal and getting an assist in the semi-finals against Stats. Now, I'm not going to do exactly what I'm doing at the group stage and in the quarter-final road, so we can't say I just because him that beat up on easy teams. Because I know that excuse they would have did it, or the reason they would have did it, people that say if it never come do it.
And the thing about when he was playing against easy teams, he was giving away penalties and he was bringing the ball to the goal line.
And playing at 50%.
He was bringing the ball to the goal line and cutting it back to Nashada Gibbs. And Nashada Gibbs could have scored 15 goals too.
Yeah.
Trust and believe that. And Nashada Gibbs scored a lot of goals as well. People don't forget about Nashada Gibbs. But Whisper was literally carrying the ball to the goal line, beating the keeper, and passing it to, like, cutting the ball back because he couldn't bother score. I kid you not. Him couldn't bother score. So he beat everybody and he just rolled the ball back across the goal. I'm not even messing around. But even a mess around. Whisper literally carried the ball. Him said, you see it? The man I said Javian Brown did not play in the JP.
Bro, Javian Brown played for Harborview and then get the transfer for guy. I think I was school in Florida.
Transfer. Then
him get him scholarship and go.
Because Javian Brown did not sign a professional contract when he was playing for Harborview.
And I asked me,
hence making him eligible to still play NCAA.
So Javian Brown he played for Harborview, man. Not you.
And you think about it, the life.
He played in Florida.
Bro, Andre Blake got called up before him go college. People don't know say 19-year-old Andre Blake straight out of CC get him called up before him go play for something overseas.
Yeah. Fresh guy, big up yourself.
People don't know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I went to University of Florida. University of South Florida.
Yeah.
He played for Harborview, man, bro.
Let's say badness come down, bro. Anybody who dominate the Manning Cup to this extent, but now say you play like you play and you have a very good Manning Cup season. Like you've seen the likes of Alex Marshall have very good Manning Cup seasons. Alex Marshall did not dominate the Manning Cup to this extent.
And even go JPL and do everything.
And gone afar.
Yeah.
But you see, when you dominate the man, the only 3 players, Javian Brown is one, but Javian Brown never scored 30 goals.
No.
Because he was a defender. Mm-hmm. You get me? I said? But the sheer dominance that he instilled in that Manning Cup. You get me? I say him stamping foot and him show say my best player in the Manning Cup. Trigger. Too easy. As a college man. Him just got JPL and him show JPL easy, bro. We talk about Christopher Pearson and Tyreek Zimenez.
Just last year. And them not do a Whisper. Them not dominate to the point where Whisper dominate. You see me? And them get called up. And them go JPL and do well in a JPL. Tyreek Zimenez play for Harborview.
Tyreek Zimenez come out and him play well for Harborview. Exactly. The man come out and him play well for Harborview. Say, if Tyreek Zimenez can get done up JPL, if Christopher Pearson can come out and start for Cavaliers and done up the JPL, then we spout them to a little JPL. So you must say, oh, you can't use Schoolboy. We see Tyreek Zimenez, brethren. We see Grant from Georgia is the youngest JPL starter ever in the history of the competition. We see these men from Clarendon College that full of a JPL team. You get me? I say, we see Rochester Lamont that played for Georgia that couldn't drag film team. Couldn't drag film Georgia's team through to the second round of the Manning Cup. And Rochester is a starter for Cavaliers. So we've seen players who weren't even super dominant in schoolboy football go and then do well in the JPL. And we've seen players who absolutely dominated schoolboy football and just go JPL and it's too easy. Junior Fleming and Javier Brown.
There's a good indication. So we don't need for say whisper. For no say we do it.
Yeah.
Because we see other players will do a whisper do and not even do a whisper do and still got that Siobhan Marsh for Calabar with a big ball and go Cavalier, go JPL and done it up. Like we see, bro, once you're good in a Manning Cup, you're going to be good in JPL. If you start the Manning Cup, like if it's too easy for you in the Manning Cup, chances that JPL will be really easy too. What about under 20 CMA? Even Nikhil Daly is the only player who scored more than 20 goals that never got a senior call-up. Nikhil Daly was really good. And Nikhil Daly, I think him go USL the other day. I'm not sure when they know, but Nikhil Daly, good bridging. So it's a good indication, people. I don't think we need to see it though. We really, worth the risk. And in further, what I'm telling them, there are already teams lining up to sign Whisper. But Whisper is at 17 right now. Can't sign a professional contract.
Yeah.
So
with new labor laws in Europe.
So Whisper will be out of here. And I will see players not even.
I just hope him get a senior call up. Him not even have to get a senior cap. Him just need to get a senior call up. I say Dujuan Richards needs to play against Mexico in the Azteca. Because I don't necessarily think Dujuan Richards can make that front three against Mexico in a really big Nations League game. I'd like to see Bobby Reed. I'd like to see. I'd like to see Bobby Reed. I'd like to see Michael Antonio. I'd like to see Leon Bailey in my front three. I'd like to see Jamal Lowe, so on and so forth. I'd love to see the Murray Gray. I hope that we can get that to happen. I don't think he should be starting and probably not even get a cap in that game. But he should definitely get a senior team call up. That is for certain. If Tarek Zimnis can have 2 international caps, Dujuan Richards should be called up into the senior.
And should have Cameroon, Daddy?
Yeah.
Why not for that?
Why wasn't he in Cameroon?
Call like 11 JPA players.
Why wasn't Dujuan Richards in Cameroon? Good point.
So these are things that we're talking about. So yeah, we're giving the highlight because we truly believe that he's a cut above. And we're doing our part for highlight the youth and keep the conversation going, keep it relevant because we can't miss out on that one. Dujuan Richards can be the one scoring the goal to bring us to the 2026 World Cup. Very possible. Unlikely to.
Likely.
If people do them job properly, I think this youth.
In 2 years, he'll be 19 years old.
Yeah, bro.
In 3 years, he'll be 20. Yeah. Imagine what he's going to look like at 20 years old. He'll probably 6'3". Mm-hmm. He'll probably be a bit taller. He'll obviously be stronger. Imagine how good he'll be. He'll be a full professional by that time.
Yep.
Panama, look out.
What do you think is next, though? What do you think is next, and where would be the best transfer or the best move for Whisper right now? Think a feeder club? You think a gang or a European or one of those teams in Belgium or Netherlands or Championship? Where do you think could have been the best move right now?
Yeah, I think somewhere that he plays and he gets to develop. First and foremost, I don't necessarily think England. I think it's some, as you said, peripheral European nation like a Belgium or Netherlands. Ajax has a good young program. I'd love to see him in Ajax's youth academy from 18 to 20, maybe breaking into the first team at 20 years old. Or a club like Genk. A club like Genk is a club that with this talent he'll probably get.
If you're good enough and you're 18, you're Genk, you can play. Genk is a push out.
I think regardless, if you're good enough anywhere, you can play. Yeah. But may I say, I'm not sure if he's at the level to play first team football in the Eredivisie right now or in the Bundesliga. But I think in Belgium, a team like Genk, that's a feeder program, but that's still in the top in the Belgian Pro League. And I think he can probably get first team football at a team like that. That is also heavily focused on developing the players, so on and so forth. So I definitely think a few seasons in probably Belgium or maybe Ajax's youth academy, something like that.
I think Belgium and Netherlands is a place. I would say Germany, but Germany, maybe those teams are a bit more focused on winning than more development and sending players out there. I think more players get that big move out of Belgium and Netherlands more than anything. We just see Anthony just the other day. Even though he's been at Ajax for a while, getting that big. We'll see more big moves coming out of those places.
Ajax make the most money out of selling players in the last 10 years.
See that? So feel like it'd be a good move, but I
think about the likes of Matthias de Ligt and Frankie de Jong and, as you said, Anthony, so on and so forth. So ridiculous transfers that come out of Ajax, and they just bring them to 21 and then just move them out. Matthias de Ligt was the youngest captain in the Champions League semi-final. At 20 years old, captain in Ajax in the Champions League semi-final, and they just pushed him out. not coming, not being what we thought Delict would have been. You know, we thought Delict would have been the best defender in the world by now. You know, he's not necessarily there yet. However, he's still like what 23 years old.
Still a kid.
So it's
Still a young man.
Yeah, so
Still
it's still ridiculous how much more Delict has to go, and Ajax is responsible for pushing out these type of players.
All right, so I run through some comments, people, and then we'll wind down. Is it? So KY say I think he should go to Ajax again. Yeah. Him say Anderlecht in Belgium, he also a good club that gives young player chances. Ajax would be a good start for Whisper. See Duncan McKenzie in Serbia turned down Barca USA Academy.
Yeah, as I said, getting closer to Europe, I think it's probably best, but not necessarily one of those top teams. And
I think America out there.
I was speaking to his father again, and he said when he was in Sociedad, you know how far ahead their developmental process was than Jamaica, like 3,000 miles ahead. You know what he saw there, he was stunned, he was amazed, he was absolutely confused by how much more advanced they were at the youth level in youth development. And I think Dujuan Richards now spending 1 year from 18 to 19 in one of these youth setups is going to be something special, something magnificent. And Jamaica need to buy it, the stock now, but it's relatively cheap.
Yeah, Joel Smith, blessings. Big up yourself, Joel Smith. He also said he just needs to go overseas. Yeah. But the right move is also important. It's not just playing overseas. You know, we say players go overseas and come back. We want to make the right move. We don't want him in a USL. We don't want him in a CPL. We don't want him in a
CPL.
If him there.
Cricket that. Oh, CPL.
Left that one. And yeah, we don't want to see him in America right now. He's probably a good MLS team with a good one. I feel like Europe are the move we need him to make. I feel like Europe are the move.
Maybe an MLS Youth Academy. But as I said, him just better than that level right now. Right now, the only way we don't want to whisper the MLS if they sign him to a first team contract.
Yeah.
But as I said, a Europe feeder program is probably where it's at.
Right now, yeah. Vivian Daly, JFF need for watch some of the videos of Whisper dominating under 16 and 20s in different countries overseas posted on Felix Academy page. I feel like Whisper can't hide right now. You know? I feel like if you don't see Whisper, you don't want to see him. Right now, if you're in Jamaica, you don't see Whisper, or you don't want to see him. KC probably get the most TV games this season. I Whisper that. You barely see Whisper have a bad game. And even when he have a bad game, he's still going to pop up with the other assists. You see me? So, if you don't see Whisper right now, you don't want to see him. Infinite Storm say, Salzburg good also. Salzburg in Germany. KY, Whisper is not good. He's not going to no MLS, bro. That means I don't want to see it. That's what I said. Unless it's like a big move to one of the best teams. I feel like it would have worked it more for going and feed that.
Yeah.
And Bad for real say, boy, you have some name. We feel Messi I'm idol. Feel like Messi a Whisper idol.
All I know that was a Messi-esque performance last game. Remind me of Messi versus Liverpool in the Champions League. Before the disappointing return leg back at Anfield, but the one at Camp Nou where he scored the free kick against Alisson and he scored all. You get me I say? But Messi just took up the game and then just absolutely put it to sleep. Unfortunately, them doing the return leg though, man, they were Ricky though. You know them way there?
Yeah.
But that was a very Messi-esque performance that he displayed last night, for sure, under the lights of the National Stadium.
Yeah, and it burned me. May I watch that, bro? I say it to you. Whisper could have done this for Jamaica. That's all I got to remember. Obviously, schoolboy football is not the be all and end all. Yes, you know, KC support all of that. Don't want KC for win, but glad to see him score.
Don't say we.
Fine.
Say me want KC for win. Don't say we. Correct yourself. Say me. Say Roshan Smith. Don't
really predict for win the game.
Don't
predict. May I ask you?
Huh? I thought CC was going to win the game, but not because my predict.
Where do you want CC?
Not because my team predict. Not because my predict a team means I want the team win though.
Well, I wanted KC to win.
Yeah, Virgin. Don't.
But the point I was making, you can't stress someone.
I have no horse in the race right now.
Because the team where you got, the school where you got on a big side.
Arden and Middlebrook.
Then a big side.
Let your light so shine.
You see me? If not gonna school where have no pride and no culture.
Or the Arden matter go.
Eh?
Or the Arden matter go. What you saying in English?
It's embarrassing. Or Middlebrook matter go.
Let your light so shine.
Good. That's me okay, see matter.
Don't have to.
Sure. All right. You see me, so what matter? We keep the main thing. What matter. The point of me make is you're not gonna big school, brother. You're not gonna big school where I'm gonna say, yo, I want to add in money. You see me saying, can't really relate to what we are saying right now. Anyways, so I was happy that Whisper did do him for KC. But the only thing that got through my mind was this youth that could have do this in the summer. Whisper, not much better than when.
Bro, we did watch him match them on the bad YouTube and
watch him match.
I remember Jamaican Clark never ever start to, brother. Jamaican Clark never ever start,
I get that, bro.
Come on, just remember, bro. Jamaican Clark never start, Virgin. I come the man have to come on and done it up to, Imagine a 4-4-2 with Jamaican Clark and Whisper in a better yet, Whisper can play on a wing them. Who cares? And Jamaican Clark in a number 9. But just remember the Clark never start, bro.
Whisper get him 10.
Clark
have to sit down.
Clark has score. Clark has scored in a championship. Jamari Clark. I score for Reading in a championship, but he never start, bro.
And I personally lead out them Monday. And Canada too. So man, take dog,
Oh.
Yeah, man, them things that will make you get dark. For real, like, when you love your country, you want to see your country do well, and then you think about some things we are going, and you ask you, Jaja, brother, how much better you think Whisper is?
Imagine if Whisper square ball on Jamaican Clark head. Imagine if man get done with
and if you not score a goal, if them not score, you know what him can do?
Cut in and kick it with him left foot.
Not even that, him can pick up ball from off and dribble go kick in that goal. If them are around with it. Because we see Whisper the whole man in Cup try to be a team player. Not even try. Being a team player. We see Whisper pass, but him have 18 assists for Christ's sake. They get me and say the youth be a team player. One heap of them assists them could have kicked the ball like goal. You see me? Same could have got there Jamaica and make the team better, whatever. And if them not do it, could have just run and score 4 goals, see me. You see me?
Keep man, I'm not a KC fan.
The man say, yo, imagine Omar Hutchinson with Whisper, bro, with Jamari Clark.
Dog!
Man, get your dog, bro.
Dog! Omar Hutchinson a little 10, bro. And Whisper win and Jamaican Clark in the head, bro. And the next little, and Whisper 10. The position number 10. The position 10. Who cares which number who wear? Stop making your mind, man. Arsenal, them man, they play for, bro. I didn't know they have some respect. At the time, he was an Arsenal player. I didn't know they have some respect for you, ballers. They get
but I Whisper 10 same, man.
I didn't know they have some respect.
Hutchinson can hold on for the 8.
As I said, bro. And when you to play for Wolves' name?
Man said this just give him life regrets.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, bro. Like a man gonna say that, dog. I mean, I have Omar Hutchinson behind the tree for them. Because we have this bad, his name Tyler something, bro.
Yeah.
His name Tyler something.
Oh, the bad winger?
Yeah, dog.
For Wolves.
Yeah, bro. Imp on one side, and Whisper on the right side, and Jamari Clark in the head. You get me, I said? And Connor boys Clark will keep goal. I'm not Rochester never gone to by the left back.
Yeah. Remy and Blake in a dance game. In a dance CB.
Show you. World Cup gone, Virgin.
You done a World Cup.
Whisper that I jump and jet a World Cup, bro.
Bro, Whisper look could have make over. Bro, the man have an individual thing when he can do. Obviously, most teams are required to do it.
Dog!
Man can. I get said that, bro.
And the man got talk about my Rochins to make me get darker too, bro.
Some water, bro. Tyler Roberts. Don't Tyler Roberts, man, wondering, though. I've all like dribble on the bench to take it up when I'm ready. Come now, like, Pierce never flick the back, bro. Omar Hutchinson that. Make man get dark, Virginia. Hey, number 1 guy, you think you have regrets, Virginia? But they know much time.
Man dead over the center, Virgin. I watch all them reggae boys and I say, yo, where Cup is going to Virgin?
And now I do me fair do. Nah, I do me fair do them time there. Me a thief off and I watch with him there. Reggae boys there. I watch reggae boys. I don't care. I can watch my reggae boys. You see me? KY said Fuzzy would have bench Omari and play and start.
Bro. Left that, dog. Left all that too. Me I tell you for no.
Me not just say me I read it.
And then you tell him say him disrespect, Rich. Just tell him say we don't want to start the controversy. I tell him say the comment man will just play the comment.
What about him?
Because I tell you if you left that, he probably thinks this me or this. No, Virgin. But I just the jam away my cars. You see me? KY. I just jam away with my cars.
Kimby said drink some water, love.
Watch on the KY.
Mr. Kimby said drink some water, love.
Watch on the KY. Dog. I thought you know anything upset me to you, bro. I said, I'm going to drink some water. Stay with it.
Kimby said drink some water.
Yeah, I need to get up and drink some water, though.
Let's do that still. Now I got more than 15 more if we go so much.
But yeah, KY probably wouldn't even get the start if Hutchinson get caught on the team. But Whisper, bro.
See, email I said Kimby, I said the right thing, man.
Kimby, I said the right thing. And I like.
Why do you want me to drink no water? Why?
Nobody narrate.
My mom's there. I'm on it, bro.
Nobody know how to tell him drink no water, bro.
I'm gonna love that for myself.
You want to ladies them in the comment section, please tell us to drink some water.
Brother, who want to tell me now? Tell me, brother.
One of the ladies, come know say we have 86 people. No, say a couple ladies are watching right. One of the ladies them, please tell us to drink some water. I beg. Now, lady, oh God, man.
Come see the dogs are blush while ago. More blush too.
Who you are?
Yeah, dog. See I blush, I say more blush too. Richard Crawford said these.
Damn.
A good thing I see before me. Because you know click that and send to nobody, you know. Say I rush say that, you know. I say you know click this and send to nobody.
Hey, you read that while ago.
They might say me. They might cut off when me intro. Come on, try intro them name in the same thing and me say it.
All right.
Clip off the name.
So many of them, yet none of them including develop Whisper, you know?
Yeah, cut it off.
Answer that.
Yeah, catch me as luck.
No, but that's true, man. Like we have a lot of these coaches. Bro, Mount Pleasant I do a good thing. Chaperton Maroons I do a good thing. Enough love and respect to them program.
And most of
They produce some good baller. Cavaliers I do a good thing. Richard King a baller. Don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. Richard King a big baller. And Whisper Phoenix I do a good thing.
Yeah, but
Whisper a big
you know
baller.
bad for you, say. I mean, I really think man say, we're gonna talk about this. This is the last thing we're gonna talk about before ending. Let me say, yo, last night CC played a better possession, but Whisper is just the GOAT. The thing is, CC played more attractive football. KC were efficient. KC do what they need to do and win the game. Them never try go play in the football with. Them never try go pass the ball and possess the ball. KC had 28% possession. Them play effective football. They know say yo, that team has a blow out of the water. They know where the coach will power after the game and say yo, if me they go out there and try to possess the ball, they get 6. Brother, we know you have to identify the talent you're up against. And you know what CC should have said? You see, if we allow Whisper to do what we want, we get 6. You get me answer, so play the moment. CC, really good team and then pass the ball. Lovely to watch.
There was an argument in the comment section, bro. I'm more you click this. More you click that little segment, yeah. I'm more you get a clickbait title so that people can watch it. We really want people hear
Whisper gets called up.
We really want people hear what I have to say now. The response to whole heap of the comment because people we try to respond to as many comments as possible, even though some of them are very infuriating. And you know, some is a man with passionate. I'm very passionate, as you guys can see. Kimby a lot of drink water and them something. I get myself a calm down. Watch it now. People are saying Clarendon College is not the best team in Money Cup because they lose. And my point to that is, other than the best team in England, which team ever got invincible in a football, in a Premier League football? I ask you a question. People ask you guys in the comment section. Is Manchester City unequivocally the best team in English football right now? Because I think they are. But when Man U lose to Southampton, does that mean that they're now not the best team in England? So because Clarendon College lost a game, the only game that they've lost all season to boot, does that then not make them the best team in the Manning Cup? So what are people talking about? When a team manages to beat the best team in the Manning Cup, that doesn't then suddenly relegate them to not being the best team. They are still the best team. Clarendon College is still the best team in the Manning Cup. No. Were Kingston College better than they? Absolutely.
Did they do what they wanted to do better than CC did what they wanted to do? 100%.
And that's why Kingston College were better than they. However, by all metrics and by every indication, Clarendon College is the best team in schoolboy football. And people have been bombarding our comment section with how them pick up 4 if them are the best team in football. Because one year when I see Liverpool, who was an outstanding team that year, pick up 7 under them boxer. And that is no indication of a team not being the best team. No, I think Clarendon College could have had a better day. And I think even with Dujuan Richards, had they had a better day, the game would have been even closer and probably Clarendon College would have still got the edge. Don't get me wrong, you're not stopping Whisper from scoring, But it could have easily 4-2. Instead of it could have been easily 4-2 in the opposite direction. Carolina College are still the best team in the Manning Cup. They lost on the day, and I'm not saying that they were the better team on the day, because that's an argument that I think is also ludicrous, because the team that wins is the better team on the day. But Carolina College are generally the best team in schoolboy football. And I don't think that's up for debate at this point. We've seen all that we need to see to tell us exactly that.
You know what number one guy said? You know the worst thing is, first 10 minutes I saw CC getting clear chances. I would say some town school are dead today. Next thing, Whisper switch click. Bro, as countryman, never need that.
Yeah. Bro,
as a countryman,
Jaja. Bro, CC had their foot on their throat. And CC have the ball at them. Bro, the beginning of the game, blame Bayern.
I never say OKC don't score now. If a ball never get to Whisper, I know OKC don't score now.
Rush being a kid, I can spill the beans to the people them, because the fans subscribe and them make we can get me and live story.
See if you get the subscriber. Go on top.
The man there. We're up on the one stadium track and watch the football game. We're up on the one stadium track and watch the football game. And Rush there scratching my head. Because I said, Jaja, I'm go get 4 love today in the stadium. And that Rush I said, he must say, I'm go pick up a hot 4 and have to just hold them head and go. And do post game analysis.
Still about the post game analysis and go on objective, you know.
I still interview them, CC boy. Dust out the team. That's what was going to Rush and said that in the early part of the game. But as number one guy said, do I need that?
As a countryman,
no foolishness Whisper go on with Virgin.
No, man, I really a good thing, man.
Whisper shouldn't do that to the countryman. Whisper shouldn't do that to the countryman them. See, Whisper went away and said, bro, foolishness go on with.
No, man, I really a good thing you go on with, man. You see me, watching our finals against JC Whisper. No, I say no more. I don't want them to say me buy a sort of thing. But watch out now. We have 8 minutes left in the live. And people, if you're not subscribed already, we don't say click the big red button, but they must say black and white, the black and white, you know.
The black and white, man.
Hit the white button of Virgin. You see what merch you buy and them something there, and see the logo there, and you see me? Hit the subscribe button, Virgin. Watch the vlog them our post. You see it? Highlight video post, interviews post.
Number one guy said the one him doing me away as a country man.
Yeah. As a country youth, they never deserve that still. But watch it up.
But wait there, as a KC man, you would deserve what you would go get from Carindon? If I never Whisper.
As a town man, me that ball. Me tell you, me that do it probably the same line today I talk about Whisper can score 2 rated goals.
Yeah.
Or I talk about CC or them dominate KC and make town school look like bat. But I wouldn't be this energized. I wouldn't upbeat so. As a tone man. A good talk, you make all going to youth. You know you deserve that.
You don't deserve it.
Once Alan Schoolboy, the best schoolboy ever. I said, it's Alan Schoolboy. Yeah, till alive on the channel. No?
Oh my goodness, Dujuan Whisper Richards. What an enigma. 6'2", about 180 pounds, who runs like a gazelle but is as strong as a lion. He kicks the ball with sheer grace and tenacity, you know, and his killer energy and instinct to back it. What is this guy lacking?
I don't know. And you know one of the goals that he scored, let me see if I can play it. I'll say we have 6 minutes to go. Play a video. When? Because this is another good thing, you know. Do you work hard, brother? You can work hard. When him locked in, he might tackle and win the ball. You see me, he might help out him defense. I think this is the goal that he scored. Where slip up, right off of them foot. You see me? This is the next one. By the way, all goals side of the net. Just tell you.
Or between the goalkeeper.
Yeah. So, watch it play again. Tackle, loose pass, give me that. Gone. You see me? So, yeah. He might be like a hard working thing day night when him locked in. Because sometimes we see him walk, sometimes we see him really. Like him the day and today. 50% as him said. But yesterday, far from 50%. Far from 50%. Far.
Where's around 35?
Yeah?
A joke.
No, it's a general.
I think, man, I compliment him, but if yesterday was 35, then sheesh. But yeah, man, yesterday I'm really come to play.
No, man, the man come yesterday and the man
come to play.
Turn
and as I said, and I will say it yesterday, I say it today, and I will say it tomorrow. He played against the best team in schoolboy football yesterday.
But he was just the best player in schoolboy football. I will see who won on the day. A man say, imagine if Whisper never there in first half. Maybe CC could have win.
No, not
Maybe CC could have win.
CC like he can't see 4, but
Virgin say a 4-2 the game done. A 2-0 the game done, you know. I will see the best individual performance from a Schoolboy.
Bro.
And at 4-2 the game done.
Yo.
Whisper, well calm and composed. Another thing to talk with composure in front of goal, Virgin.
He's been there and he's done that.
I tell you, man, say, see, we do it already.
What I say? Where that boss say? Seen it all. Coming like we lived this life before.
Not really surprised me or excite me no more.
Heading at the clouds is a 6'2" man. Foot they grounded on the floor. Them grounded there's a floor under the floor. Like, bro, I can't tell you about
the next guy goes stupid still. Which me could, you know what? I left it still. You know what I think of?
My life, my prayer, never there forget this.
Never forget this, brother.
Never forget this.
You've not got around it. Anyway,
people, the question I want to ask me.
But I come turn thing in a loose chat in here.
We never forget this, sir.
We never forget this, sir. Left that. And where here I go, we never forget this. You see me? Watching the people have 4 minutes. You see me? Bad for you, one Whisper. I like the crowd tonight still. We have like up to 130 odd people in the live. And we stay above 80 for the whole way. So we love that. People, make sure to subscribe, man. Now watching us, 70% of people who are watching channel, not subscribe. Because we all get views. The Whisper video gone about 15,000, 16,000 views. And we have 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. I love it, bro. I love it. Don't use me like that. Don't use me and abuse me. Give me some love. You get me, I say? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. You see me, so for the last couple of minutes, just go. Yes, I go and talk. You see?
Bro, we have a Manning Cup Awards coming up.
Yes, sir.
Next week, Sunday, after the Manning Cup finals. That's when it should be. That's when it should be kept. You know, that's when it should be premiering next week, Sunday, around the evening then time.
They say it should be this.
Huh?
What we are doing now, it should be
the premiere.
Yeah, this should be the live next week.
Yeah,
next time.
Exactly. So next week at this time we'll be hosting the Manning Cup Awards, people. And I think it will be one of our best productions to date. So because this is that Sports TV, we've been there. We've been there from the beginning, and we'll be there at the very, very end. We're going to award players in 5 categories. The best young player, and the criteria for the best young player is the player who is like have coach age. So 16 and under, or under 16. The best coach, will be given an award to the best coach. We'll be given an award to the best goal that is scored. Not in the Champions Cup, people. So Whispers theatrics last night will not be eligible for that award, people. So don't beat me if that's not the goal that's given. Because it's in the Manning Cup. And the best player and the best goalkeeper. And we'll be a nice 4 months, so it'll be a very good video. Very well produced. So people, next week Sunday, tune in for the Manning Cup Awards.
Here we go. People, I hope you guys enjoy this one. Sunday Night Live. We're not gonna get more lives, we're not gonna get a show every week. We're not gonna get at least 3 or 4 lives every week. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoy the interaction. We got a good amount of subscribers, about 20 subscribers we get tonight. So much love for that. Vibes at the Entertainment said, don't use me like that. Man, start say that. Yeah, good time, man.
Don't use me like
Don't use me like that. Subscribe, bro. Don't use me like that.
The finals is Friday.
Yeah.
At Sabina Park.
Sunday Night Live, a lie? But anyways, we're approaching 2 hour mark and we that, you see me? Much love, much appreciation. Like, comment, subscribe. This is that Sports TV on YouTube, TikTok, everything, IG. You know it pre. Thank you for watching.
Don't end the live first. Stop rap the people them time, Bridget. Give the people them 40 seconds, no?
Cut off.
Give the people them 40 seconds.
I'm on the 40 seconds.
Not engage the people them for them last 40 seconds. Might you know say you're not showing the gratitude and appreciation and then make a reach, bro? If you don't want to give the people them some love, then me give people them some love. People, 1,005,000 subscribers, and we couldn't do it without them. So we really, really, really appreciate it. Continue to support, continue to show love, continue to be there for you. And I apologize for us for pushing it fast, people. Anyways, welcome down for the 2 hour people, and this was the Start That Sports TV.
God.